Hello, beautiful, fantastic people watching the Greyhawk channel. We are unmuted. We are here. We are live. And before we get started today, I would love to mention that the Greyhawk channel, there's gonna be a lot of us at Gen Con. And Shane has been super awesome and has organized about a dozen games or so. At Gen Con, there's gonna be partying, there's gonna be lots of D&D, so sign up. There will be a Google Doc spreadsheet posted into the chat at some point, so sign up for games if you're gonna be at Gen Con. It's gonna be super awesome, lots of fun. But now we are about to get into the fantasticness that is Vecna Lives. And let's start off by introducing ourselves and who'll be playing. I'm Lindy, I'm the Dungeon Master. And to my left, yes, my left, we have Don.
Hey, I'm Don. I'm playing Sir Tomb, the Knight of Worms. Totally normal knight. Nothing weird going on, and but he doesn't need the purification ritual. I'm just putting that out. He's already clean. Doesn't need a bath or just let him have a pass on this one, maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure almost everyone would beg to differ. There's this odor that just wafts from Tomb. So, we'll see.
It's his paladin aura.
It's his paladin. Well, we'll see what happens. Next up we have Josh.
Yo.
Yeah.
I am the one person who won't be at Gen Con. Thanks for bringing that up, Lindy. Really made me feel one of the group here. I'll just piss off. Anyway.
It's not our fault, though.
Yeah,
that is your fault.
You're absolutely right, indeed. Well, that's me. Everything is my fault. And just like in real life, it is in character because I am playing Mickey. And Mickey is apparently about to go into a purification ritual. Just so you understand, Mickey is the alcoholic rogue fighter of the group. He's the only one who ever gets anything done. Who's constantly tormented by the other players. And they actually had an intervention for his drinking. And they agreed at the end of it that the last thing any of them thought was a good idea would be Mickey to go sober because it would just be a bad idea. So Mickey's going to rehab to get a sword. I'm so happy about this.
It'll be great. It'll be awesome. It'll be all sorts of fun times. Myth, how are you?
Hi. I'm doing great. Today I'm playing Rogan. Rogan Thunderbeard. Yes. It is Rogan Thunderbeard. He's a artificer, dwarf, gunsmith. He likes to shoot stuff out of his wacky homemade gun. And that's it. Not the smartest apple in the tool shed, but he is in fact fun to play. So
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, Zippy.
Hi, I am Zippo. I play Kane Abelson, oh man, I want to say he's a monster hunter, but he's just a foreigner at this point. He's a foreigner who is haunted by the ghosts of his long dead ancestors, who occasionally like to pop out and haunt the party.
He's just a dick.
I am just
personified by many, many more dicks that just around him.
Giant throbbing dicks.
Yep.
wow.
And that's this campaign, folks. We'll see you next week. I'm just kidding. Last week, our party decided what they should do after witnessing Vecna's return and reunion with his hand and his eye. They came up disguised as cultists inside of a tavern, scared the crap out of some sailors, ran around the streets intoxicated, yelling stuff about cults, almost attracting the attention of the guard. Thankfully, they weren't very bright. Let's see what else happened. Oh, they recruited a young homeless girl named Rosie, pickpocket, to accompany them for a daily rate of 5 gold and teach her how to read and write. They have now headed towards Osnabrück, where they believe the Sword of Cass is being held, or kept safe and hidden, thanks to information found by Lacey Karma in a note left for Mickey.
Thanks,
Oh,
Lacey.
lazy.
You guys headed up to I guess south. You headed down Osnabrück. Found that it had been attacked by cultists, some sort, but they didn't get what they were looking for. And you have
What
been...
is south, but north, but that way?
Yeah, something like that. Directions. What is a map?
What does it matter?
Yes, doesn't matter. And you guys have been informed that in order to fulfill the prophecy and claim the sword that they've been kept hidden for so long, generations and generations, and for gnomes, gnome generations are a long time. It's a very long time. You have to go through the cleansing rituals. And in order to begin those, you have been given a test. A baby bird, a few days old, just freshly hatched, has fallen from its nest, and they have given you, presented you with the baby bird. And that is where we're gonna pick back up. I believe Tomb, Mickey, and Kane were just chilling down there, and Rogan was a flag. Or
Rogan.
disguised self as a flag.
Right.
On a pole.
Right, I was a flag, yes. Forgot about that whole thing. Disguise self.
Disguised self. I am a dwarven
I'm
flag.
pretty sure we're using that wrong, but whatever.
I mean, you still
GM
look
rule 0.
like a dwarf, but you've got this extension to you, like because you can go out a certain number of feet, so it's the
Right.
weirdest.
That's a weird.
It's
a
really
weird
weird.
thing.
As
Yeah.
long as nobody touches the flag, they
It's
won't
not
know
alter
this is-
self. It's
Yeah.
disguise self.
So
So, the
it's all an
projection is
illusion.
way different, exactly, than where I actually am.
Yeah.
I'm tied to the pole, but
When
I
I-
look like a flag.
When Mickey ordered a dwarf on a pole, this is not what he actually meant, and he's going to have to educate you guys on what strippers are, and because you've just got him the wrong present. And he's-
Rosie says she's
Oh.
got you for next time.
I thought you said dwarf in a hole. Oh, damn. All right. Well, that
why
one's
I'm on
dead.
the. That's why it doesn't explain why I'm on the pole though. Why am I up here?
Oh no, not you. I got another dwarf in a
Oh.
hole. He may be dead because nobody went and found him.
Ooh.
He is probably dead, yes.
Mickey.
Wait,
Dwarf.
we can't just be having this conversation while I'm standing there with a bird. This is not
Like,
okay.
they're holding the bird out
I
to
don't
you.
know.
I can totally picture you guys turning around and having this discussion while all the gnomes of Osnabrück kind of stand around you in a circle and just kind of like, are we sure these are the right people?
Are these really the chosen one?
So I turn around as
I believe Mickey was also pretending to be a noble.
yeah, Alex.
Yep.
What is my name?
Your name is Darius Raphalon II. You are the third-born son to Rao, Emperor of Dramacus,
Yeah, I am.
and chosen to be the true High Emperor.
That's it. That's yep.
Yep. So
Did you write that down, or is that a backstory you've had in your brain for a long time that you've always just wanted to say, but then you just said it now, and now you've just kept it in this canon of the story, Zippy?
been saving it?
That's
Well-
what I
Alright,
want
guys, got it. I got that. I wrote it all down.
I wrote it here on this box.
Yeah.
Because Rosie is my note taker, so
Yeah,
Rosie,
and she does that alright, so she just writes scribbles.
right.
it's going really well.
I do not trust this bird.
Do not
I
kill
don't
the bird.
either.
Look, if it has anything to do with religion and you kill that bird, gods will smite us down. Gnomish gods. I mean, I'm
Tiny
assuming they're gnomish.
gods.
Tiny but fierce. Have you ever seen a gnome in like? Have you ever seen?
I point to one of the many gnomes around.
Well, no.
They do not look
In
fierce to me.
Osnabrück.
And then one of them steps forward and he's like, he has a handlebar mustache and he pulls out twin axe. No Marian rage! And he just jumps it too.
No, not quite. There are several that do have spears, though, and some armor. It seems that they are not without protection. They just weren't prepared for a lich
I mean,
terrorizing through their town.
Son of a lich.
Son
It's
of a lich.
literally-
Yeah.
It's called Vecna Lives. They should get into it. They should be NPCs in a different campaign if they're not prepared for a lich.
No,
I mean,
no
like,
one
come
is
on,
prepared
guys.
for the lich.
Can we have some professionalism here? I mean, we're in Vecna Lives, not Vecna Died.
exactly. Hey,
Clearly.
remember Vecna, that guy who isn't around anymore? There we go. This is how I
Perfect.
play from now on with you guys. I feel like this is the most appropriate. So I hold my hands out for the bird. Give me bird.
All right, they like little baby bird kind of like walks onto your hand, and actually Rosie kind of is like looking at the bird next to you, like.
Is she sketching the bird?
Yeah, she is.
I pose. I stand like holding the bird. Like, I have the bird on one finger, like holding it up with like the sun
Mm-hmm.
there, and I flex. So like I'm like properly just like holding the bird, but I'm like flexed. Yeah. And I make sure she gets my good side.
What if we are supposed to kill the bird? What if that is the test?
Die them with your there. Throw it. Pull.
What?
No,
I,
don't kill the bird.
I look to Tomb and I say quietly to myself, but probably not quietly enough. Shit. Right. That's. Where am I? Where, Rosie?
I'm working on your hand's so much bigger than the bird. Hold on.
You know what they say? Big hands need a big
Small feet.
big bit of paper to.
Well,
fill
I
them
didn't
up.
pick the paper size.
Aye.
There's your hand. There's your thumb.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Bellissimo. So I'm going to look at Tomb, look worried, and swear quietly under my breath, and say, "You require us to aid the bird."
Make me perception check.
I swear the bird just one-shots me. Roll 1. Expect the unexpected.
Expect it's actually a death bird.
It's actually a rock in disguise.
It's a druid, and suddenly it's just gonna crush me. Just like,
A
Like their
fatal
master
druid.
Yeah.
It's not a baby bird. It's actually a very old person disguised as a bird. Therefore, they look like a fatal baby bird.
yeah, that's it. This is exactly what this is.
Hello there.
Hi.
Perception check.
20.
Okay, so you say that, and you see that the village elder lady, old Gudruna, she says, "We are not allowed to help with the tests," but you kind of see like, her son Maldo, who is kind of standing behind her, being like,
He
"Oh,
thinks we
yeah."
should kill the bird.
I'm gonna.
Oh.
I take the bird very carefully,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to take out. With your permission, I'd like to have a dropper.
Yeah, sure.
The reason Mickey actually has this is to get rid of Red Eye when he's super.
No, I was gonna say that, or
Right,
Lacey left one in your possessions from drugging you or something. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
There's
most-
a dropper.
Yeah.
Or for freebasing.
And I'm going to I'm going to use it to. We've got healing potions. I'm just going to take a little drop.
Little drop.
Just little drop. See
That's
how-
not going to do it. That won't do it. You're going to have to drink it and then regurgitate it into its baby little mouth. It's the only way. A way that the birds work. And that's how it, you have to believe me here. I've spent my life devoted to studying how the birds are to fly and how they are to go from place to place. And now, hold on here.
And he tries to figure out his Scottish accent, and then also goes into his satchel, his very heavy like bowling bag, satchel and pulls out the egg, the stone egg,
Yes.
and he lays it next to the baby bird. And as Mickey is talking, Mickey, what were you saying?
You have to come through. I had a mouthful of coffee, and I'm like, damn it. Mickey, when you comment, you've spent your life studying and educating and finding out about birds, and Mickey says, and the fact that this is the limit of your entire education on birds is that I need to regurgitate into its. That really shows me how you've spent the majority of your years. And I'm
Yeah. Perfect.
Veiled insult. I figured it out that the party will have massive blind spots, so I can just get my own back, and it can satisfy my own need to kill them.
Well,
I'd like to continue.
I have to study everything they do if I wanted to make a very I don't know, real replication of what they do as art and the way how they behave. Yeah.
Do you regurgitate cleaning fluid and oil into its mouth?
I think you would kill it.
Yeah, I do.
Not the actual. You don't. You don't put oil in a real bird. No, not you, Kane.
Oh.
Is the bird okay? I look at the bird.
The bird.
It's covered in motor oil. You have no idea where it came.
The bird does appear to be feeling better. It looked like it had an injured wing and leg, and it seems to have healed. And it kind of hops down from your hand and is kind of huddling up next to Rogan's mechanical bird.
Yeah, I caress lightly the top of the egg, and then the bird kind of like the center column, I guess, of it just kind of slides out, and you see the vulture-esque mechanical head of this thing rear out of the egg, and then the two sides of it open up into the folded stone puzzle that it was into the canvas wings that it has under its stone skeleton as it comes out of the shell or the egg, much like a very intricate just puzzle, 3D puzzle, as it just and turns into its vulture self as I introduce baby bird to my mechanical, which we should probably name, chat. If you want to help me name my stone mechanical bird, that'd be sweet. Yeah, so we'll I'll introduce them and see if my mechanical bird will be a guardian for it.
Give me an animal handling check with advantage, because you do have a mechanical bird that it totally believes is an actual bird, because it
yeah, this
rolled.
is your mother.
That's how it rolled. It's basically going, "Are you my mother?" to your mechanical bird.
Where is character sheet? Okay, yeah. Forgot how the computer worked for a second there.
Yeah, it's okay.
Started using my stream deck as a mouse. So why is my beard brush not clicking? Where is the... What did you want? Animal handling?
Animal handling with advantage. So 19.
Perfect.
This baby bird fully believes that this mechanical bird is now its mother.
Pebble.
I know a thing about birds.
I like Pebble.
Toom will go over to the bird, clomp, clomp, clomp.
Oh no!
He
Worms!
shakes his gauntlet, and just like a fistful of worms rains down on top of this tiny bird's head. There you go.
Why are we so good at looking after birds?
This bird's like gonna
now
love
we have
us.
passed the test.
Yeah, the bird just it feels better from the health potion. It thinks it has a mother, and it's just pecking up these worms.
Quality of life through the roof. How are we this good?
The gnomes around you actually look mildly shocked. They're like, "Yes, you yes, with flying colors."
Well, I mean, of course.
What other bird stuff you got for us?
We were prophesized, so it makes sense that we just conveniently have everything prepared. I'm gonna completely play it off. We knew.
We knew this would happen because it was in the stars that this would have already happened.
We are the chosen ones.
I suppose that makes sense. Well, if you all
Only
are
reason why I
ready,
have a bird is for this encounter. So, I mean.
Hold on. A point of contention. When did you get down off your flagpole?
Shit.
Imagine we're just like
Never mind. None of this happened. I'm the worst role player.
bird maintenance, Kane, and you just
you
go
know,
over like
honestly,
wind him
Rosie
down.
was on the same
Like,
course. She could have easily been like, and just like cut you with a little
shit.
dagger down.
That
You're
way,
right.
like you don't like drop your disguised self, so all they see is my flag comes over and is like, I can be.
It's like it like walks over and like pulls out this bird.
It reminds me of freaking carpet
Blanky.
from Blanky. Oh my god. Well,
Ed, Ed,
a
and
less
Eddie.
bitchy Blanky
No, Blanky from from
Blanky. Yeah.
from my Brave Little Toaster.
Brave Little Toaster.
Master,
And I just like float over.
Master. No, I was thinking more of like carpet from Aladdin. He's like,
Oh, right, yeah, same
It's
sort of
probably
thing.
much more like Blanky from Brave because you still
Yeah.
have like
Yeah, I just like
disguise
Oh,
float
so
God.
down
much.
from the
it's just
Yeah.
a dwarf head
dwarf head
on a fabric
on the
body.
blanket.
Oh, boys.
But what is
Could
it?
somebody do me a
Face is colored
favor and
like a
take
foot.
off my hat, please?
And I'm like, you've lost your hat. Like you can't find it, and it's just like
I got it.
I can't. I am just fabric. I can't take off.
Rosie.
That's the
Yeah.
only reason why the gnomes are shocked. Is like this flag is sentient.
This flag is sentient. Rosie just whips off your hat and sticks it under
Oh,
yourself.
thank God. All right, and then we continue with the scene and overcome the encounter. Ha!
Boom. We got
Got
this.
him.
Take that. That's how you power
Take
game
that.
your way into.
continuity, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, if you all are ready, then I believe we'll be starting the cleansing with
We
the
got there.
fasting.
Cleansing.
Yes, you all have to be cleansed before you enter the temple.
Then what was the bird thing?
Oh, that was to make sure you were worthy of being cleansed and not terrible, horrible people.
By just showing us a baby bird?
Well, you don't. There's a lot of horrible people out there. 87 people have tried this test before you and they've all failed.
None of
We
them
are
have
good
Killed
people.
87 birds. 87 little baby birds.
Oh, over
80
the period of the past couple thousand years, yeah.
more to the point, you on
How
the
many
day
people
that
arrived
you-
here?
No, on the day that they arrived, you conveniently found a bird that had been pushed from its nest, injured.
Well,
and
it's not always a bird. There was.
Are
It
you
was
pushing? Are you pushing birds out of nests?
no, the
You
last time
bastards!
it was a little
That's
badger
true.
that was an orphan.
Who
You see,
found
the
one?
people who came
Stop
in ran over
orphaning!
the.
I mean, like small animals. You monster! I don't think you're worthy of having a purification test. I think we need to purify you. I've lost my accent. I'm so angry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Well, my son Maldo here, he'd be going through the purification rituals with you all.
I'm with Josh on this one.
We don't just orphan baby birds for this ritual.
I'm
We're
just
in the
unsure
middle of
how much.
nowhere. There's all sorts of animals struggling for life here. It's a rough terrain.
Look
We would-
after your animals.
It's the wild life.
Why are they having us do it? Why don't they just do it?
Kane
it's that
kind of
bad.
like pushes forward. We would be honored to go through your purification ritual. It would be Darius's duty to maintain foreign relationships.
Duty. says the noble heir to the throne.
Rosie's just.
It would be his
No.
sacred task to maintain the foreign relationships between Dramacus and the gnomes of Austinblatt. Austin,
Osenbrop.
your town. So, let us
And
commence.
Okay.
I just did a cleansing ritual earlier today, and so
The enema doesn't count, Tomb.
Well, the cleansing ritual takes, see, I'm gonna be double check my notes here. But it takes, 36 hours to complete.
We only have till about 4 Eastern.
Well, I suppose we'll have to have a bit of a time warp.
Speak.
You know what that means?
We'll speed
Montage.
Montage.
Perfect.
Okay.
Alright, so
All right, we
first they
complete
got
it.
you
Go
in-
on.
So we see Mickey standing there with what appears to be cheesecake stains down his top, blood covering his hands, one black eye, missing a tooth, and missing one leg of his trousers. And he stands in front of a burning chapel with Tomb, who's wearing a bikini, and both of them vow never to return to this town. Montage. And then
What a montage. We'll never know, but that's
No.
only for our characters too. They'll
So-
never tell.
That's totally the idea that's in Mickey's head as they are led into a cabin. This cabin is very nicely, it's very clean. There are benches. There is a bucket of water is brought in with a ladle. You all are placed inside and they go. First, we have to fast for about 20 hours, 24 hours, and then we can go to the second phase of the cleansing ritual. But in the meantime, we can't wear our same garments that we have on because they carry the, things from our past lives. We're going to be reborn through this cleansing ritual, so we have a bunch of fabric here. We could all make new clothes and get to know each other, and
Change
as
it.
we fast, we are allowed to drink water, though, so that's what the bucket's here for.
Am I allowed to bring anything in with me, like a book or
Nope.
something? Nothing at all. No material.
Nope.
Things.
A mask.
That's
Is-
technically not allowed.
I literally cannot be more than 5 feet away from this sword before it
That's true.
comes back to me. So
It's gonna be
I have
stuck
to
to the
bring-
wall on the outside.
That's just the
it goes
outside.
dunk, dunk, and then all of a sudden it's like
For 36 hours.
Chicoto.
Well, give me a persuasion check for the mask and the
Oh
sword.
boy.
When he says a mask, he's actually standing over top this gnome, staring down, and 2 fire points burn in the black
Okay.
holes of his mask because he wants to make an intimidation.
Okay.
check instead.
I'd like to back him up.
Okay, sure.
Absolutely.
Give me an intimidation check. You definitely persuade him. Let's see. Let's see if he's intimidated. Ooh, this man is not intimidated.
Can I assist with, and what I'll say is, you have to understand, can I speak with you for a moment?
Oh, sure. We're gonna be spending a lot of time together over the
Yeah.
next day and a half.
Sir Tomb, you understand, you understand the title, Sir,
Oh, he's a knight, yeah.
right? Except Sir Tomb's, his
He's
circumstance.
Chico.
Do not fucking get involved in this, please. Just one time.
Go for it.
Like the ghost starts to apparate and then it's like,
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. You go do your thing. I was just going to say that his face looks like a Fomorian cooch, but all right.
Oh my god,
Wowie.
that's intense.
I have feelings.
Oh my god, that wounded me. Oh, Zippy, you piece of shit.
It is all right, Tooms. Come give me a hug. Just do not put your face in my face. Wow, you're very wonderful. And Toom's not hugging back. It's like, oh wow, you're very strong. Hold on.
Chikoto still got involved.
So,
yep.
Sir Toon has essentially sworn an oath. It's a very complicated oath, and it is in blood. Sir Toon,
A blood oath. That doesn't sound very,
it's not what you see, what you think. He made a blood oath with his deity
Oh, it's for religious purposes.
that the next person to stare upon his face would be the person who robbed him of, well, most of his face, from what I understand. I've never seen under the mask. Now, I've
You do
traveled
not
with him
want to.
for a long time. Jakoto, if you apparate one more time, I'm going to find a way to anchor you to this room, and you're going to be locked in here with us for 36 hours. Contemplate if you want that. I'm going to tell you that I traveled with Sir Toon for quite some time now. He's always defended me, my honor, kept me safe so I may continue. He has brought me to you. Please, I ask that in respect of him and his oath.
Well, I suppose if it's for religious purposes, that, we can let it slide, but everything else is gonna have to go. He can keep the mask, though, because, that oath, and religious oaths are very important. This is why we have to go through the cleansing rituals.
Will it just be us in there? Will
Oh,
anyone
yep,
else?
just everyone who's standing in this room right now. So it's Toom, Mickey, Rogan,
crap.
Kane, and him.
I was gonna have Toom smuggle some handcuffs in. Oh crap! I was literally I was just gonna handcuff myself to the wall, give the
All
key
right,
to Broderick.
let's
and
do
be like,
this.
And I start disrobing.
All right,
And
small
but
lord.
I'm like naked and I still have my pipe.
Oh, wait. Ooh.
All right, little lord. Take off. But wear loincloth. Oh wait.
What?
Oh,
No.
sorry. No, you're small lord now, right? You small
Medium.
lord.
I'm medium.
No, not you, Rogan. You're big. You're big. I'm talking to.
That's right. I'm not big. I'm medium.
I'm talking to Mickey. He plays.
who?
You play small lord now, right? Dar?
I look to the gnome and I'm like, you have to understand, he's lost quite a lot of his faculties as he has been dead for quite some time.
340 years to be exact.
Oh, spirits are always welcome, especially since they don't seem malevolent at all whatsoever.
Oh no!
Mickey
Chicoto-
reaches for his bottle of whiskey and then realizes, oh, you mean like dead spirits? Fuck. Damn it! Almost out of the woods, guys. Almost.
Almost. So, he has like a bunch of fabric and like thread and needles, and if you're not adept with thread and needle, he's brought in like ropes and belts, which you can use to fashion yourself new clothing. And you guys begin to fast. The fasting takes a whole day. You guys start to get kind of hungry, but thankfully you are allowed to drink water. So it kind of...
I need
cuts
to make
a bit.
one preparation.
Okay.
I'm going to skewer a load of food in my sword and leave it outside wrapped up like a kebab.
Like a kebab.
Good.
Okay.
In 3 days, it'll be fine. Not moldy.
Nope. Don't worry about it.
Are we fasting in a sauna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
You're gonna
Oh,
fast?
just put the kebab.
You're fasting while you're making new clothes, and as soon as your new clothes are made, then you move over to the sauna.
Yeah. I leave it outside, but it's wrapped and in the shade.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
I
Toom
don't make
will
clothes.
draw a symbol on the chest of his armor,
Mhm.
and his armor kind of like just breaks away from his body. It's kind of like Iron Man, right? It's that kind
Oh.
of thing, but it's
Oh.
magic.
Cool.
And then it
So Toom is
balls
just
up into
like
a little
Sailor
tiny
Moon.
ball. Yeah, it's more like Sailor Moon. It
Troll
reduces
hunter
into
goes
a
into
little
the amulet.
a ball and like a metal ball, and he holds it in his hand and then moves his hands together and the ball goes away. He still has his mask. His
Mhm.
body is like a human's body with a few patches of scales on the body, and also his pet vampiric mist Zucchini was inside his
Oh.
armor.
Right.
Does Zucchini have to fast too? Zucchini will not like that.
Yeah.
It might also be hard to keep track of zucchini in a steam-filled
In a mist-filled room.
Let's
What?
see.
Why does my
Let's-
insides
I got a
hurt?
dice just for zucchini. It's all translucent.
Oh, I love that.
So
Nice.
let's see.
Does anyone have any reason why I'm going pale? Why is the mist turning pink? This is weird.
He's actually not
My
hungry. That
teeth
deer
seem
family
sharp.
was very filling. So he's like, Your fog cloud has to eat?
If the sauna gets pink in color, then you will need to bring me a deer family immediately.
Okay then. I'll just keep that in mind there.
He means like deer, like elk, not like a deer family to you.
Okay. Sure.
Right.
Just level.
And I look at Doom
That
and I'm
one.
like, right?
Yes. I suppose that will do too.
All right.
Love it.
So you guys, what do your clothes look like? You guys gonna make new clothes while you're fasting? So it's all white fabrics, and thread and rope. And
Rogan
stuff.
just waits. Naked.
Just naked.
Kane makes
with
a
Pot belly. Standing like Peter Pan.
Mickey makes himself like a basically like a thong,
Okay.
like a
sweet. Yeah.
like a posing pouch, and
Opposing pouch.
yeah, yeah.
Good name.
Yeah. And after he's slipped into his banana hammock, he's going to just, saunter on in. But yeah, I've left preparations and stuff. I got. Oh, there was one other thing.
Okay.
Kane, you're good. Okay. Rogan, it's
you're good.
no, Rogan.
Are you checking out Small Lord's member? What are you?
I am a
What are
medium.
you saying he's good? No, not you, Rogan. You are Big Lord. You're big Lord.
I'm not big. I'm medium.
But okay,
Rogan,
all right, you're medium.
Thank you.
can you Can I borrow your gun?
Wrap it up. You want me to? I could turn it over here.
Can I borrow your gun?
Oh, that's
Let
not
me
at
grasp
all what
your, let me grasp your rifle for a moment. I need to.
that
Oh
sounds-
gosh,
that-
and Kane
And
just kind of like
this is before the
slips.
fasting.
Yeah.
Okay.
He slips his
I'd
nightgown
let-
and tunic over.
I
his
don't
head.
want it to go off with
Yeah. Just like.
prematurely.
Yeah. Cool. I am going to. I'm going to say something, and you're all going to snicker like immature little people. I'm going to take one of my rapiers and slide it down his barrel, and then sort of like wrap it so my rapier is in the barrel of his gun, and I've got my.
You just don't have a sheath for it?
Sounds
And
painful.
yeah, no, and then I'm going to hide both my weapons. I'm going to hide them.
Oh,
That
right. You probably have a
sounds
ball brick.
absolutely painful. Oh gosh.
Okay.
It's like a catheter.
Yeah.
Toom will take his clothes and he'll kind of crumple them up and then
Yeah.
he'll realize
They're really wrinkled.
that
Rogan
won't
lets it
work this
happen.
time. He'll like kind of tear a hole in the middle and just stretch it enough to like put his
it over
head
his head.
through.
I
He
love
And
it.
he'll
has a
just wear it.
poncho.
Yeah.
He's got a poncho. I imagine because Tomb's so tall, it comes like maybe down to his knees.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a mini skirt, like it's like a maxi, just like really short, just like yeah.
All right. So we've got banana hammock, mini skirt poncho, naked, and Kane. What do you fashion?
Kane has a long nightgown tunic that he
Mhm.
cinches off with like a strip of leather.
Mm-hmm.
So he looks just the most normal out of all of them.
Yeah. Maldo makes like a toga. You'll finish your fasting. He goes, all right, now for my favorite part here, the sweat lodge. All right, so, they've been prepping this for the past 12 hours, so it's gonna be nice and steamy in there. And he kind of like slides open the door to the next room, and the steam hits
Do we
you.
need to have clothes? Because I'm still naked.
You gotta have something to wear for post sauna. You don't have to wear it in the sauna, but you have to have something to wear post sauna. It's a little hard to make outfits.
What
in
about
the
my
sauna.
beard?
Yeah, I mean your beard probably. I mean it's really long, so that it covers.
You could weave.
All right, good.
You could weave your
It's
beard
gotta be-
into other hair and sort of.
It could be PG.
have
It's
like
got to
a
be
whole-
PG-13 outside the tent.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
sounds good.
all right. So you guys enter into the sauna, and it smells very herbal in here. You notice that there's a bunch of rocks that have been heated on coals, and water has been poured over them to make it. There's also a bunch of herbs scattered along the top of them to give off a certain pleasant smell.
These herbs. They smell like they're from my homeland. Nah, just, the non-potent kind. Unless, are they hotboxing us?
Give me a nature check.
I sure hope so.
I'm on a 20. Maybe.
On a 21. Are they hotboxing us?
Yeah, they totally are.
Does anybody immediately have the hankering for some jerky?
Oh my goodness. Oh. Can we bring food in this sauna?
Nope.
They're having us fast, and then they're hotboxing us.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Oh.
You're gonna be cleansed inside and out.
I ask if
Wow.
we may take some time to spend alone. I'm gonna see if I can get it so it's just us.
This got good berries.
Well, the sauna's actually fairly large. This room is the ceiling's really short because
Okay.
it's all gnome-sized buildings. So you're in the sauna, but it's like a 10 by 10 room. So he can be like, "Oh, I'll just stand over here in the corner for a little bit."
Yeah, we just want to bond, and I gather everyone
Of
together.
course, I
We're
understand.
eating the gnome.
No, fuck you. You want to see my master plan, guys? As we come over, we all gathered round. I'm an Eldritch Knight. I summon my rapier, which has a kebab on it. Let's fucking eat, boys!
I don't think we are allowed to do that.
Okay, so you summon your rapier.
And my gun?
Let's
No,
see.
I'm not summoning you. I've got two. So I've got one which has got your gun, so I can teleport your gun in here, and the other one which can teleport.
Is this Poughkeepsie?
Does it come with?
It better be Poughkeepsie.
Let's see. I just want to check on that. Let's see if the
It's literally-
kebab comes with.
Can I roll an Arcana or something to try and?
Oh, the kebab, comes with
Yeah.
it.
Let me look at it real quick first. I want to see.
It's all right, guys. We can eat.
And then you just don't have.
It's just dripping with
It's just a sword. That'd be the worst.
It comes with the gnome who is currently eating the kebab.
Sorry,
guys.
What I'd say is
We can eat,
usually
guy.
you can summon it with a sheath. Why do you have Why do you have a?
Because I'm awesome,
Alright.
first of
Yeah.
all. You know that. Clearly. I just stabbed my hand.
All right. You can summon the weapon
There's a
as
sharp
bonus
bit
action
on the
of your turn,
hilt.
causing it to teleport instantly to your hand. Da 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 da.
Now, it would-
Weapon. You know what? Make me an Arcana check, but I'm also gonna roll something. Okay. Give me that Arcana check. All right. So it comes, and you see. You make what's your passive? Your passive perception's pretty high, right?
It's redonkulous. It's 22.
All right, you hear a familiar little voice, mouthful. Hey!
From outside.
Uh-huh. And there's no more kebab left on it. There's some juices. It's like she was eating the kebab.
Perfect.
I'm gonna kill her. I'm actually gonna kill her.
No. We
No,
have to
no,
get through this.
No, I think you were onto something. It would be much faster just to kill our way to Pumpkin Splitter.
I think we should go
There's one
eat that
kebab
bird.
meat left on there.
Who's up for 2 wings?
Okay. We're literally in a sauna where they're hotboxing us with.
Speaking of which, everyone roll me a Constitution saving throw.
There we go.
You all have +5.
That's not gonna
Oh
help.
my.
I love
Guys, where are my stuff touchers?
this. So Rogan and Two
23.
are just fine. Mickey and
It's a
Alex
dwarf constitution. Just
and Zippy.
Let's see what's going on here.
Eating cane.
Oh.
So you guys
Oh.
kind of start feeling real good, and you see Kane, this sauna is there's butterflies in here.
Oh man.
and they're all really happy and excited to see you. And Mickey, there's like little dancing bottles of alcohol around the fire, and they're like, "Oh, Mickey, where did we just love it when you drink us? Whee!"
It's like the Winnie the Pooh montage, but
So-
with bottles and stuff.
So what Rogan sees is Mickey.
Nothing.
No.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
what Rogan sees is Mickey standing there going, "I love you guys. Like, you guys just really get me through, okay? And people don't understand why it works between us, but it does. And I love you." And he's talking to the bottles. But there's no
Kane
one
comes
knows.
up behind Mickey and he just kind of like hugs him. It's okay. I love you too.
I'd like to petition to see his hands as bottles.
Yes. No, it feels like it's like a giant bottle of whiskey is like
Fantastic.
caressing you.
My palm is an upside down bottle of Crown Royal, and each finger is a bottle of Jack.
In which case, I'm gonna try and chew your thumb off by uncorking a bottle.
Ow, Mickey, no, bad Mickey. What?
There's
How
like
did
blood-
you
there's
bite my
like
stuff,
blood.
Touchers? Where? Do you have my? Is that my? Do you have my nose?
Tomb leans into Rogan, having watched this go on for long enough, and he says, "Does this mean we're in charge now?"
Never.
I think so.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Tomb will take that as a yes, and he'll
Yeah.
storm towards the gnome on the other end of the room. Is the gnome high as well?
No, he's good. He's fine. He's gonna like, oh, it's kicking in. I can see it.
High tolerance.
You're
Yeah.
getting cleansed. Oh, good. Yeah, but what are you doing? Oh. It's like you guys are running around.
I look at Rogan and I'm like, Rogan, what are you doing? What
I'm
are you
standing
doing?
here.
What are you doing?
Standing here.
What's he doing?
Tomb is chasing the gnome. Come here,
Chasing the
gnome.
gnome?
Why?
Because
You don't go awful aggressive even though I can't see your face because you're wearing your mask of high religious
What
importance.
are you doing?
I want pumpkin splitter.
I want pumpkin. I just want pumpkin. Pumpkin. Anybody want pumpkin right now? I love some pumpkin.
There's like a bottle that's like, well, I'm a pumpkin spice cider.
Kane goes up to Tomb, and he puts his hand underneath the ponchos to feel the writhing worms.
You put your hand in his poncho to feel his writhing worm.
Tomb will grab his wrist, which is underneath his poncho right now, and hold it and say, Kane, I am a human being. You cannot reach inside my clothes without asking.
Oh, may I feel
Right.
your worms?
Yes. And he lets go of his hand, and like just worms begin raining down the inside of the poncho.
Whoa.
Start crawling up your fingers.
In the heat, so then I start crawling.
They're shriveling up.
Okay, as Zippy can see butterflies, do they look like caterpillars instead?
Yeah, they're like little happy little caterpillars. They're like,
Oh.
we're all
You
family.
like
These are just made out of you? You're
No.
made out of these things?
Rogan? What are you
No,
doing?
I'm a man.
Rogan, what are you doing?
Worms.
Rogan.
That's so awesome. So
Rogan.
can you like
Hey.
melt into a pile of
Rogan, what are
worms
you
and like
doing?
slither under things?
No.
Rogan, over here.
I feel like you need to talk to your god
Hey,
because that is a significantly
Hey, Rogan.
better
Hey.
promotion.
What do you
Rogan.
know of my god?
I don't know
Good.
anything,
Rogan.
but
That's
I'm
the right
thinking,
answer.
I'm thinking if you have worms on your body, you talk to your god, he can give you the ability to turn into a pile of worms, and you don't have to worry about doors or anything because you could just slip right under it, man.
I don't have to worry about doors now.
But worms,
Dude,
man.
That's such a good point. Do any of us really need to worry about doors?
No, because when one door closes, another one
Why not?
opens.
Like, exactly.
Unless it's a window, and then you could just bust the window. It's fine.
What if it's a revolving door? Does that? I mean,
Holy shit, that means it opens and closes at the same time, therefore making an infinite paradox
that's like
loop.
the perfect analogy right there of opportunity. It just swings and roundy gigs and goes round and Rogan. Hey, Rogan.
So that
just
probably
What?
went on for the first 2 hours of the sauna. I need everyone to give me another Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Well, I think during that time, I start seeing that they're acting funny, obviously, and I feel like they may be poisoned. And actually being of use with my spell book, I'm going to try to do protection from poison to each of them during that time.
Okay.
At least the two of them. I mean, which I'm not going to do it to myself or Tomb because I feel like we're not poisoned. But I'm gonna try to cure them or protect them from
Okay.
being high.
All right. I also need Senior Tomb and Mr. Rogan to make me more con saves. Yeah, Tomb's fine.
Oh my god, Tomb smokes so much dank cat, he just doesn't care.
Lightweights.
That's true. Hold on, my character sheet's flickering for some weirdo reason.
Oh,
You want
no.
con save, right?
Yes.
Maybe you failed your con save, miss.
That was really weird.
All right.
I clicked and then it like immediately switched pages and scrolled down. Get out of my sheet, everyone. Yeah, so I rolled it. Do I get advantage because of?
Well, you see, the thing is that spell only lasts for an hour, and you guys are in here for 14 total.
You
What?
get plus five. You get plus
You get
five
plus
from my
5.
aura.
But no advantage.
No advantage.
Okay, great, 11,
However,
so-
that does stop the condition from deteriorating for Kane. Like you don't pass out yet. 'cause
I'm just sitting there
that
just
one's two
slurping up the
fails.
worms that are coming
I
out
honestly
of
don't-
Doom.
I honestly don't
This
care
is
if my
like
character
nutrition.
gets high, but as a dwarf, I feel like
Yeah.
it just makes sense for me to have
To have-
something against poisons or something.
You
Let me just
actually
quickly take a
do
look at this.
have, I think, as a dwarf, you have
Yeah,
resistance.
resistance, yeah.
So while you do
Yeah, yeah.
get a little high, it's not nearly as bad as like the other, because they are
Okay.
literally hot boxing you.
I don't know if it was like poisons or like because it's more of a mind altering effect than it is really a poison though,
Yes,
right?
it is. It is.
So I mean, like, so it may not even matter, you know?
It neutralized the nat 1 for Kane.
Okay.
And you due to your dwarven resilience, you're a little bit high of that failed saving throw, but
Right, yeah,
you're not as bad as the other two. And
Yeah,
Tomb's
yeah, I'm not
fine.
like-
Tomb's just like everyone's going insane around me.
I'm not finding out the cure for cancer and then immediately forgetting it because I'm high.
No,
kind of.
no. The
We've all been there.
The vapors in the sauna just kind of make shapes like your pipe does,
Right.
and it's kind of like, oh, that's interesting.
I'm inspired,
Yes,
but I'm not high.
yes, that's
Right.
we'll call it that.
On a 17, do I start to sober up ever so slightly?
A little bit, just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Between being harassed by Kane and various other shenanigans, Tomb will have stopped chasing
Yeah,
for a time the gnome, but he will eventually return to the gnome and say, "I'm sorry about the way I acted before. It must be something in the air."
Oh, it's all right there. Everyone reacts differently to the cleansing ritual. You actually seem to be handling it very well. Yeah,
I am very used to cleansing rituals, as I said before.
and I sure believe it now. Your friend there, he points to Kane, who's just like, And like, even your spirits might be a little high if they're out at this point. Like,
Whoa,
everyone's
little
just
lord! You did not tell me that they got the Dramakian Dankweed.
Yes, he is quite gone. Now, tell me about Pumpkin Splitter. What does it look like? Can you describe it to me?
Oh, sure. I've never seen it myself because, it's been locked away for the world's protection until a time was right. But legends have been passed down for centuries about it. It's a sort of great evil. It just practically just radiates. I get the heebie-jeebies. It's just standing in the temple. But let's see. Supposedly, it was made from the metal of it was forged from that of a star. And, let's see here. What else?
Did you say a stork?
No,
star.
man. A
Oh, I
star.
thought
And
it was
apparently,
more
it's
bird stuff.
allegedly to be very bloodthirsty. It's a all black sword, and it's just and some of the more sensitive kids to like magics and stuff, they say they hear some whispers if they get too close to the temple. So we generally just put like a do not enter radius around it, which is why you have to be cleansed before you go in. Otherwise, you might get put under some kind of influence.
Have you
Like
met my
what is
spirits?
happening right now?
Well,
to
no,
all of
like
my-
like an influence to try to murder everyone. Not just
Oh.
this is to cleanse your mind, body, and soul.
How far away is your temple from here?
Oh, it's not terribly far. We'll be able to walk there. Right, not too long afterwards. Oh, and then after we go to the temple and we can, retrieve the sword, then we're gonna have a big feast because everyone's always real hungry after the cleansing ritual. I think they're
I'm
preparing
really
it right
hungry
now.
right now. What if we're hungry now?
Real. You're gonna have to wait.
Whoa, guys. We have tombs who literally makes worms. And they are
eat a worm.
frying as they fall off of his body.
I would eat a worm right now. I would eat several.
You are welcome to them. I have
To-
no sentimental attachment.
I'll do it.
Wait,
But
hold on.
I don't
Are
want to
they-
be the
Not
only.
hear
I don't.
this, thankfully.
I don't want to be the only one to eat the worm though. So if anybody's gonna do it with me, then we could all eat it. But I'm
weird
serious.
if I'm the only one who eats.
I'm really hungry.
Kane kind of picks up some of the worms that he has dropped on the floor after, I'm sorry, Don groping tombs. And then he's
Yeah.
like, guys, all right, one for everyone except for the gnome. He's not cool, man. He's too straight edge.
I'd like several, please. All
right, here's some more. All right,
Thank you.
okay.
They're very
We're
bitter.
supposed to go on format. Gosh,
Delicious.
darn it, Rogan. All right, let's do it.
Like spaghetti. Just-
One.
I already ate it.
Ah, dang. And he picks up another one off the floor and he hands it to Rogan. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's like spaghetti. Just slurping
I
up
just
some
ate a worm.
worms in the sweat lodge. They're pretty bitter. But they're a little, guess technically they're steamed worms.
Slimy yet satisfying.
Tomb will take a handful of the worms, and is there what's around us? Is there like a wall? Is it like a wood?
Yeah, it's an all like cedar wood sweat lodge. No
He's gonna
height.
take
So
the-
you're like all
the
a little
hand-
bent over, but
He'll take the handful of worms and just slam it up against the wall and squish, like the worms explode underneath his hand. And he whispers an archaic word, and the guts of the worms will begin to move as he casts a locate object on Pumpkin Splitter.
okay. Let me look at the
Or he
spell.
tries.
No.
Do you need to know of pumpkin splitter before?
Let's
it
see.
He needs to know.
That's why he
like,
just
what-
asked about it. Yeah,
happens?
Let's see.
he'll try.
Name an object
That
that's
is familiar
familiar
to
to
you.
you.
Let's see.
I'm gonna say known to you as
Do you
long
need to
as
have
you've
seen it for it to be familiar?
Like familiarity is such a difficult thing to describe. However,
Right.
it has to be within 1,000 feet. So
that
we're
much
gonna
meta.
say you can't feel it.
He'll take a little bit of the worm guts and
Like under the mask.
that's right. Like, he
Myself.
kind of wedges it through, and
Uh-huh.
then he gets some more underneath, and
I taste delicious.
I should have tried this a long time ago.
Yeah, man, you have like an infinite source of food.
I agree.
Unless, wait, what if every worm is a piece of Tomb's soul, and we just ate a piece of Tomb's soul? And
Tomb, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry, Tomb.
What if the
You wanna-
worms are part of my god, and now my god is inside of you?
I'm
The
agnostic.
only time Tomb has ever laughed.
I
My
feel like
God,
that's the
it's
scariest thing that's
inside of
happened on
you.
this channel.
But wait, if your God's inside of me, but I don't believe in your God, does your God have power inside of me?
Yes.
But I'm agnostic, so I choose not to acknowledge it.
I'm medium.
Kane.
Does Mickey eat any of the worms, or is he?
No.
Okay.
No. Why the fuck
I
would I do
just
that?
need to know who's eating these worms. All right. For
Because whoever does fails the test. I'm pretty sure is what. I'm pretty sure is what's going on.
all right.
We've already completed the 36-hour fast. I mean,
Dunzo.
No, 24
Dunzo,
hours.
Washington.
First. 24 hour
24
Fast.
fast, and then like
and 12
and
hours
then a
speed.
sweat lodge.
Perfect.
Yep.
It's cleansing your body. You guys are gonna feel so
Mickey,
refreshed.
Mickey has gone from really chatty and like chill and like, yeah, guys, like you guys are too absolutely furious and angry.
oh,
and
he gets grumpy.
Oh, he's having a bad
high.
trip.
No,
Oh,
no,
good.
no, no, because I've sobered up now and remembered that I haven't had any alcohol in 20 hours, and I am suddenly just sitting there like I have.
And those visions that you saw of booze don't exist. So
Yeah.
that's also annoying.
And I'm armed. I'm the only person here who's armed, and I'm just like, fucking come over and talk to me. Go on, I dare you. I double dare you.
Okay, hi there. How are you, Kane?
Yeah. So the,
I'm
just
doing
very-
good, Rogan. How
Hey,
about you?
I forgot who you are.
Oh,
I meant to talk with Mickey. Bye bye.
Okay.
It throws him every time. I used to play a character called Kane, and I'm once again
Yeah.
playing a character called Kane later on. And yeah, it every time
It's-
Nick's just
yeah.
like, Kane is not your name.
no, that's not you, Garrett. Also on your Zoom.
Oh yeah. let me help the old man out by changing it to.
Thank you. Very kind of you, Sonny. Now I could read.
Ooh,
Thank
it's
you.
very nice
All right.
of you.
Wonderful.
There we go. So yeah, Mickey is just silently fuming.
Right, and we're gonna have one last Constitution saving throw before the end of
Perfect.
this baking of cleansing. This cleansing bake.
I rolled a 19.
I rolled a 27 with the.
Wowie.
Kane rolls below a 10 again.
Let's see. Constitution
I'm
saving
gonna
throw.
laugh, yeah. Oh, okay. You all kind of come off of it a little. And oh,
No, that was to see if Mickey was going to actually be able to function after going this long without alcohol. I'm doing okay. I'm really proud
you
of myself.
actually are. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing
Yeah.
better. As it's kind of winding down and some of the steam's like losing
be
as
the
the
high.
water's out. You're kind of like, I actually don't feel as bad as I thought I was going to.
Yeah, like
You actually feel a little refreshed.
yeah.
Mickey's very depressed, and he uses sources of altering his state of mind to actually feel any sort of happiness. Therefore, this being high seems to be another iteration of altering his mind to going, you know what? Everything's not so bad. I'm a little still high.
All right.
Oh, Mickey.
Let me roll. Bald. Man, he's just been acing these. All right. All right then. Well, that concludes the sauna. Everyone put on your clothes, and we'll walk over to the temple right now.
I don't have any, but my beard will be fine.
And as I like try to
As long as you're
slouch
covered.
so it covers
Yep.
my
I'm gonna
my
like
mediums.
Young
I'm gonna
mediums.
I'm gonna stash my sword underneath like the bench.
Mhm.
So I'll just resummon it again when I'm outside. So.
Okay. Yeah. So
Do we have to wear the robes, or can we wear our armor again?
we have to wear the robes. Once we leave the temple, you can put on your armor.
All right.
All right. So you guys stride out. At this point, it is night. It appears to be a few hours into the darkness, and you walk around to. It's about a half-hour walk. You get to this temple. It's
Hills
kind
left.
of below. You don't notice it at first until you get to the top of a series of hills. It's kind of right below the hills, so that you would not see it unless you specifically walked to the top of one of these hills. He walks you down. He kind of puts his hands on the door and he says some things. He goes, "Now, because we've all been cleansed, I'm going to give you all new names, as you are all also honorary citizens of Osnabrück. So, do you have any preferences on what you'd like to be called, or would you like me to name you all?"
Rogan.
Shallot.
Charlotte. All right, that's a good name there.
Mickey.
You have big different names.
No, they don't know that's my name.
Oh, that's
fake
true.
name
That's
going
true.
in.
And you were flagging. All right, Rogan, Mickey.
That's right.
I feel like I could get used to this.
Potato.
Potato. All right then. We got a lot of vegetables here. My new
Tom
name
likes vegetables.
will be. See, I was Mardu before. You can call me.
You do this every time you go
Mason.
into the temple?
You do? My new name's
What?
Mason. Yep. And he puts his hands on there, says all your new names. Some runes light up throughout the intricate carved stonework.
The hell?
And the doors open. Inside, it is completely dark. I mean, it's nighttime, but the stars are out, the moon's out. It's almost a little unnaturally dark inside of the temple. And you see, he casts some light into some braziers, but they don't seem to shed as much as they normally should. And you notice that there are several pillars throughout in a circle, and in the center is a circle of dirt floor. Everything else is stone. He goes, "Well, the sword's right under here.
Wonderful.
We just gotta dig down and get to it."
We have to literally dig?
Well, I mean, unless you got some type of way to pull it up here.
In your temple?
Do you have shovels?
Nope.
I looked.
Start digging with your hands, gnome.
I'm really confused here. So you wanted us to not eat for a day.
I mean, you guys.
And then we would, and then also be
Manual labor.
steamed like gnomish dumplings in the steam tent. And then now you brought us as our weird, naked, unarmed, untooled self, except for myself, because I'm not wearing any armor or any clothes, because I am in fact armed with a tool. Winky face. And now we are over here without anything that we had to then be renamed something else, so we can go into this stone building and retrieve a sword which is buried underneath using our
You see,
clothes, and that's it.
you see, we tried to bring in shovels once when someone else passed the test, but they all disintegrated, and then the people who got there were smoked down. So, I mean, you guys haven't been smoked down yet, so it's a good sign.
Kind of wish we knew this before we agreed to anything.
Kane just pulls off Nezamok, his sword, and starts using it as a makeshift shovel.
Okay.
Oh God. Rogan winces because his dwarven background knows how bad that is to a sword. Ah!
Don't worry, it's made out of star metal. It doesn't dull.
So
Wait,
why don't
it's
we use
made
that
out-
instead of pumpkin splitter? It's the same material.
This one was made through lithomancy. It was they went up to a star that has fallen from the sky, and,
dig while you talk. Dig while you talk.
and I'm digging
Yeah,
while
come
I'm
on.
digging. He places a hand.
Chop
They
chop.
placed a hand on the meteor and coaxed this brilliant blade out.
I know what lithomancy is. Okay,
You're a dwarf, of course. We learned it from
Aye.
the dwarfs.
I know that.
Myth not knowing what lithomancy is.
But I know.
Lithomancy is just magic dealing with stones as components.
Right, yeah.
And
Right,
one of
so,
them is stone forging.
Better than cheese divination. That's something
Well,
else. Other type of name.
I will get the sword.
And I use my dwarven powers to melt through the stone. Let me just look through. Making that up. Hold on.
Let me just look at the other one.
And I ghost through the stone.
Oh, dwarf power.
I'll go find it. I will be back with a sword.
You're like Mario standing on a green pipe.
Yeah, let me just look through my character sheet for anything I can do versus stone. I'm also a hill dwarf, not a.
Well, you
not
do have stone cunning. You know stuff
Yeah, but that
about
just means
stone.
like
This is a stone that was shaped.
like that's all I could be
This
like.
is a
Someone
rock."
was a mason here, and right. This is a block. That's the natural stone. Like there's nothing really I could. I feel like it was 3.5 where you can just like do shit because you're a dwarf to stone. I don't think I could do that in 5th.
Yeah.
Is this like compact dirt, or is this like?
It's actually it looked compacted, but as soon as like the hands touched it, it became
Right.
much softer. It looks a lot harder than it is. It's actually very soft dirt. Almost as if
Zucchini.
it's worked.
Zucchini, go down there, and if you are able to find Pumpkin Splitter, then stay down there. But if you cannot find Pumpkin Splitter, return to me. And the pink mist drifts out of the bottom of his cloak and tries its best to follow his instructions.
Okay. Yeah. It's fairly loose, and there's also just goes down. You wait a few minutes, and you don't see he doesn't come back up.
Oh, good.
Okay.
All right. But you stuck your sword into the dirt. What kind of check should you make for that? Give me.
A strength check? Because I'm
Give
digging.
me a strength saving throw. Actually.
22.
Okay. You don't get knocked prone, but as soon as your sword touches the dirt, you see like a shockwave kind of go through you a little bit. It will not touch the dirt.
Mickey just fucking pushes everyone aside like you are between him and food. And he just begins to like excavate rapidly.
As you do that, the ground beneath you all starts to shake and rumble.
I step back into the corridor on solid ground.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm doing it, and like all that's going through Mickey's head is like, I can actually feel my stomach rumbling, you fucking asshole. No, like he's got no concept.
Yeah.
So
And it's rumbling more and more, and then you see like like when a little mole comes up, you see like little molehill before you see the mole.
Right.
You see that start to rise from the
Bugs
center
Bunny.
of the dirt circle, and then a black hilt breaks through, and a sword sticking about halfway out of the dirt is just sitting there out of the dirt, and that is where we're gonna take our 10-minute break.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Nice.
So let me put up that little 10-minute break screen. Whoop. Go away. All right. We'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. we are back with Vecna Lives, and we are so happy to be here. I would like to remind
Sorry,
anyone...
chat. We were deep into a discussion about PvP and competitive RP.
Yeah, you know,
so-
we decided
Yeah,
we're going to win. We're in this
we
to win
are
it.
we are now the Greyhawk esports team on Tuesdays.
Yeah, we're
That's
the Pumpkin Splitters.
We're the Pumpkin Splitters.
But
That's right.
I would like to remind everyone who has tuned in since the beginning of the stream that if you're going to Gen Con next week, you should definitely check out the Greyhawk channel sign-up sheet, because there are about a dozen games that are going to be run by different DMs on the channel. I may or may not be running something. I'll probably definitely be a player in something, but I will definitely be at Gen Con, and you should definitely check it out, sign up. There's going to be so many games, so much fun, lots of drinking. It's going to be a blast. I'd also love to thank Prax, I'm not gonna try to say your whole name. I love you dearly, but I'm not gonna try to say your whole name. Prax and the Opera Geek for donating biddies. You guys are wonderful and awesome. And also, if you're new to the channel, hit follow, and if you've subscribed, check out the link for the Discord below. We are back. The Sword of Cass has just burrowed upwards through the earth, and it's sticking about halfway out of the ground. Mickey was grabbing for it. Alright, you pull it out. Nice!
Da, na, na, na. It's made of cast iron and shaped weirdly like a space sword.
Here we go, let's just try this.
Piece of crap. Actually, yeah.
It morphs into that shape.
Yeah, this is...
It
pretty
takes
cool.
the shape
I
of the wielder's desire.
Alright.
It's canon that's what the Sword of Cast looks like.
Yeah, it is. It's got a K-bar handle, because that makes sense.
Cass was edgy.
It totally just doesn't look
Like Josh.
this right there. No, not at all. So, you pull it out, and, if you feel darkness just emanating from this weapon.
Cool.
You know, you feel evil. You're in tune with like good and evil. You feel evil just radiating off of this sword.
Dope.
That is a good sword. It will do.
And you see, Mason, 'cause that's what he's going by now. He's like, oh my goodness, Potato Daddy, I've never seen, oh my gosh. He just kind of like bows reverently in your all direction. There's a great celebration feast, because you've done the ritual and the swords, and back at the village if you wanna go.
Can I cast Identify, please, on this?
Sure.
Because I want to know about how fucking cursed I just got.
Well, you cast Identify. Do you just cast it, or do you ritually cast it?
No, I'm just casting it.
Okay.
I've had a long day.
You had a long day.
I've had a fucking
Okay.
long day.
So you know that this sword is sentient,
Cool.
and that it requires attunement.
Attunement.
Attunement. You must attune to it. You feel like you could cast certain spells from it,
Cool.
a certain amount per day. That's very difficult to destroy, and that you would get a +3 to bonus to attack and damage rolls, and you would score a critical hit on a 19 or 20, and you do an extra 2d10 slashing damage to undead.
Sweet. I draw it out. It's really dramatic. I stand there holding it for a
Oh,
moment.
and also, all the swords on your person, you gain a +d10 to your initiative at the start of every combat.
Sweet. I'm holding the sword up like super like He-Man. I have the power. It's really dramatic. It's dark. Like the all the lights are flickering in here, and then I peer back down to where I took
Yeah, you
it
draw
out.
it. You draw it from the sheath that's in. And actually, the lights all go out.
Oh, the sheath is there.
Mhm.
There is a sheath.
There is a
I was
sheath.
literally about to look down and be like, doesn't even have a fucking sheath. Are you kidding
There is
me
a
right now?
sheath there. Yes.
Sweet. All right, cool. In which case, I'm a sheath up. I'm gonna do this.
All right.
So yeah, Mickey will, as I'm supposed to be the fucking noble that
Yeah.
because apparently I am. Yeah, I'll grab.
Yeah, you're the noble.
Yeah, I'll strap it to me. And does it look good? I'm wearing a mankini. No, or not a mankini. I'm
You're in a
posing.
banana hammock.
No, I'm wearing a banana hammock and I have a fucking
Posing.
ebony black. Yeah, my posing pouch. I have an ebony black space sword.
Um,
I'm digging this.
you might want to maybe put find some kind of sheath or maybe wrap it. Wrap the sword.
Wrap
You
it
know-
before you stab it.
I don't like to wrap it. Just doesn't feel the same. And Mickey walks out.
I wonder how many children he has.
So do I.
How old is Mickey?
26.
Okay, cool. All
Oh
right.
god.
Like,
One
he's
of
a,
the
he's a
gnomes
half elf. He
comes
lives
out.
for a while, so I was just
How old
curious.
are his kids? Yeah.
So you guys walk back to the village, to Osnabrot. You get
Yep.
there. There is a big bonfire. Lights are lit everywhere, and so much food. There are roast pigs. They've been roasting them the whole time you're in the sauna. There is a smorgasbord of pretty much every kind of food you can imagine. It is mouth-watering to look at.
Kane starts hunkering down.
And they're all like, hooray! And they're playing like a bunch of happy party gnomish music.
And then
which
we eat.
I-
totally have something for, maybe.
Kane stops. Everything seems super happy. What's going to
I
come in
don't
to
like
fuck it up? Yeah,
I don't trust
I just
these
keep eating.
gnomes.
I'm going to keep eating, but
I
don't
also
be
don't trust them.
surprised if there isn't a bunch of death knights or undead over the horizon.
I go get dressed, and I'm primarily like everyone else is like grabbing for food. I go back, and I'm just
You go back and you see Rosie with, is it Pebble? Is that what you're going with?
Right,
Ruben?
yeah,
With
Pebble.
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 And the little baby bird. They are playing Duck Duck Goose around your clothes. They're keeping an eye on your stuff, basically. But they're
It's
playing
adorable.
like Duck Duck Goose.
Oh my
Because
lord.
they didn't know how long you're going to be gone.
I look
3
at
days
her
later.
and like I try and have chill, but I remember the kebab. I look at her and I'm just like, I'm docking you an entire day's pay for eating that kebab, and I get
I'm
dressed.
really hungry and I was watching your stuff. I didn't want to leave it. Have someone steal it.
So you stole it.
Well, at least you know who did it.
Lesson 1: don't get caught.
I didn't know
learn.
you could fucking poof your sword.
Lesson 2: don't assume shit. Like he's no chill today.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna grab a bottle of whiskey and some of my food out of my own pack
Uh-huh.
and drink and eat. And I'm not going back to the party. Fuck
Okay.
this. Like I'm like, guys, I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
You just
Never.
never come back.
Never comes back.
Kane stops. He's already consumed a hefty amount of food. You know, I really should have just checked for poison. So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Can I nature roll to
Yeah,
see if
you
it...
can nature or medicine or survival. I'll allow any of those.
There's no poison.
we'll survival roll it.
Yeah, no, not poisoned.
Okay.
I mean,
There's
they're
no
all eating
poison
it
in this
too, so
conversation.
that's a good sign. They're like a big celebration feast. I mean, the thing that they've been guarding for like a couple thousand years has just been like prophesied to be taken, and it has been. So they are all party mode. They're ecstatic. You guys are like heroes. They're like, oh, would you like more wine, sir? Oh, I'll just top you off. Oh, would you like this? Oh, here's this, and they're just.
Little Lord, tell these small people to dance. They're already dancing, Chikoto. No! Make them dance to traditional Dramakian wedding march. So Kane goes in front of the gnomes and he starts doing this extravagant dance, like flails and kicks and
Okay, yeah.
uh,
Let's see how fast they pick up. They pick up on it like that. These gnomes are natural dancers. They just pick up on it.
it looks like he's doing like taekwondo mixed with like Shaolin martial arts.
Okay.
And that's the gist of like the kicks and the flips and the punches and the flourishes.
The gnomes are quite acrobatic. And you just...
They start ad-libbing and they start going on top of each other like,
Uh-huh.
aha!
Yep, they rolled a 19 to pick up on your dance moves, and so they're naturals at it. You guys are just doing. And they even ask you if they should change the cadence of the music to suit it better, and you can. I'm sure one of your spirits knows all about music.
Oh, yes, no. You got to make it have, boom, boom, shake the room kind of deal. Like, add more drums. Bring big barrels and start,
Big barrels.
Okay. Pounding on it.
They start to, like, pick up the music, and it's very exciting. How is Tomb handling this party?
Tomb spends about 10 minutes at the party, just shaking his head, arms crossed, very, very disapproving of the dancing and the revelry. And he decides to go off and gather his things. Mm-hmm. He summons his armor.
Iron Man up in your armor.
Yep. He gets his equipment. He starts packing because he knows they need to go kill Vecna again. Yeah. And he wants to make sure that they're ready to go as soon as this foolishness is over.
Okay.
And he'll also summon Zucchini back. If he's able to, if Zucchini's still alive, undead.
Roll me a D100. You did send him after a horrible, evil death sword.
Do I want to roll high or low?
Because Cthulhu rules, man.
Okay. Ooh.
Zucchini is fine. In fact, Zucchini is looking better than ever.
Zucchini always comes back. Did you find something good there under the earth? Something that sated your hunger?
It just nuzzles up against you. Like the mist caresses you.
Very good.
It becomes the form of like a little puppy.
Into the armor, and it sucks up in through his gauntlets and through his greaves and goes into his armor.
Like the tuxedo. That Jackie Chan movie with like that like it does super crazy things because it's so there's like this neuroscience between the inseam and the skin. I feel like that's what's going on. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
Jackie Chan had a movie called The Tuxedo that was about nanotechnology, and his suit made him, of course, Jackie Chan. So it wasn't he didn't have the super crazy like karate powers until he put on the suit, and that was because of nanotechnology. And that's what I was just thinking was giving him power is the mist between the armor and the skin, much like the Tuxedo, that Jackie Chan movie where he didn't have powers until he had the nanotechnology that was inside the suit.
Because he has the mist inside of him, can he get vampiric touch?
That was a really good roll, and he just interacted with an evil sword. We'll see. I'll work on something.
Can he like almost like spray Zucchini out in a potion?
We'll talk before
burning
next
hands.
week. Dawn, we'll work on something. That was a really good roll.
Oh god, no! Even better. Like screw the hands. I just want it to come out of like the
mask, the eye holes, or something.
The nose holes of the mask.
Yeah.
Just like shit. So. When you come back and you start packing, you'll see Mickey because I'm by the horses. I'm packed. I'm ready to go. But I'm sat cross-legged on the floor. I have a bottle of whiskey on one hand, which is half drunk. I have a plate of food, which is half eaten. It's mostly just dried meat and stuff. And I have the sword just laid flat across my legs. And I'm trying to see if I can awaken it to see what kind of shit I'm dealing with here.
Are you attuning to it?
I am indeed.
Okay. Well, because this is super fun, I need you to roll me, I think it's 4 D100. As you tune to it, there's some major and minor beneficial properties and detrimental properties. So 46.
Oh, the 99 is bad, potentially.
Okay. So,
This is gonna be great.
You're flirty.
This is gonna be fucking great.
Beneficial first.
Okay, while attuned to the artifact, you have resistance against 1 damage of the DM's choice. I feel like necrotic makes a lot of sense for this. So that's your minor beneficial property. Your next property is gonna be while attuned to the artifact, you can't be blinded, deafened, petrified, or stunned. That's your major beneficial property.
Sweet, okay.
Your minor detrimental property is
All your skin just
78.
You are now dead.
Oh no! While you are attuned to the artifact, other creatures can't take a short or long rest while within 300 feet of you.
Oh, that's body killing stuff.
And then your major detrimental property is 50.
Wait, that was
Okay.
minor?
That was the minor. The major one is
All right, well, we're just gonna have to send fucking Mickey on a trip.
Before using one of the artifact's properties as an action, you must use a bonus action to draw blood either from yourself or from a willing incapacitated creature within your reach using a piercing or slashing melee weapon. The subject takes 1d4 damage at the appropriate time. So basically, we're gonna say you have to cut yourself as a bonus action before you use one of the major properties because the sword is so bloodthirsty.
Can I have like a spike? So there's old cookery blades the Gurkhas had. They had like essentially a divot with a spike that was cut into the blade, and you would press your thumb into it and cut yourself.
Yeah.
Because you had to draw blood.
Yeah, we'll say the Sword of Cass has like a prick, so you can before you use one of its action properties, you have to prick yourself with the bonus action.
Okay.
So basically,
For D4 damage. Haha.
so basically, before you cast one of the spells, which is Call Lightning, Divine Word, or Finger of Death, you have to prick yourself.
Cool. Okay.
And you also get the Spirit of Cass. Aside from the D10 to your initiative at the start of every combat, you can use an action to attack with the sword, or when you use an action to attack with the sword, you can transfer some or all of its attack bonus to your armor class instead. So instead of getting the +3 to attack, you can get +3 to AC.
Ooh, shit.
And that
okay.
remains until the start of your next
cool.
turn.
It's a defender. That's badass. Okay.
So
I actually like that a lot.
as you kind of attune to
What
it,
is
you
that called?
feel this presence slowly kind of starting to wake up, and it's just bloodthirsty. You feel this strong desire to kill Vecna.
Yep. But like,
What was that property? I'm sorry. About changing the attack bonus to your AC.
So when you use your action to attack with the sword, you can transfer some or all of its attack bonus to your armor class instead. So instead of a +3 to hit, you could make it
Right.
+1 to hit and get
Is that
+2 to your armor class.
Is there a keyword on that, or is that just sort of cast?
That's
description,
just
really?
the Spirit of Cass.
no, that sword, there is a sword that has that property, and just that property. It's called a defender. It's a +3 sword, but you can choose every round how much of the plus goes to your AC versus your.
I really like that. I kind of just want that like in all combat. I mean, it just makes sense to be able to do that, to have that ability. That's cool. That's really cool.
So, it's sentient, but it's very tired. It's waking up. It's been asleep for a very long time, but you feel this seed of burning desire like within you to kind of just. You want to destroy Vecna. You want to ruin his worshippers. You want to just ruin his day, murder the ever-living snot out of him.
I feed my anger at the party into it. Like,
Yeah.
I break bread with it. I'm just like,
Yeah,
like
it speaks to you in
want
your
people to
mind. It
die
kind of
as well.
says, "Who are you?"
My name is Mickey.
Interesting. Why have you sought me out?
Because someone killed someone I love. Someone that you want dead.
Vecna.
Someone.
That was easy.
All I can think of is the Critical Role moment where Grog has
It's in the outhouse.
Sword of
Yeah.
Kaz, and he's talking to it in the outhouse.
I feel we will work well together. Yeah. And you kind of just feel the telepathic kind of just recede from your mind as it's taking some time to just wake up.
Now, can I ask? Can I use a lucky point to re-roll the fact that no one can sleep around me? Here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because I don't want to screw over the rest of the party, and I know that that's pretty much the only one that affects the party and doesn't affect me. I realize if I re-roll, it'll probably screw me over, but I don't want to just ruin everyone in the party. I'll let you
You're just
pick.
gonna have to sleep really far away. Hope nothing attacks y'all in the night. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's like the most fun one out of the minor detrimental effects.
It's up to you. I'm just thinking, like, for the party's sake, I don't want to be like.
Yeah. Well. It is a sentient item. So let's see. Maybe you can.
I'll be like, could you not?
Maybe you can barter with it. But at some point, let's just say that this is the flaw for now, because it is waking up. So it would kind of make sense that other things would have trouble sleeping next to it as it awakens.
Right. Yeah, sure.
As Tomb's watching him attune as he's packing, would he pick up on anything that's going on with the sword with him?
You kind of give me a religion check.
I can do that. Maybe.
I'll give you advantage on it because of your... Okay, 12.
12.
You sense a darkness just shrouding him.
He'll, at some point, after a while, after he's done packing, kind of crouch down
It's like
next to
the
Mickey.
sword is emanating the darkness and it's kind of just swirling around him, like it's exploring him. If that
Oh,
makes
300
sense.
feet isn't that far away. That's 100 yards.
Mickey,
It's like a football. That's a football field away.
how are you feeling?
Like I have just spent 36 hours locked up with idiots and yourself. Haven't had anything to drink or eat. So
Well, you're drinking now. Are you feeling better?
I feel somewhat better.
What of the sword? Do you feel like it will help us?
I feel like we have an understanding. We both lost something to Vecna.
You are in the game now, Mickey. I look forward to seeing what you do.
You're alright, Tim. I had you
Thank-
misjudged.
Thank you.
Cass, this is Tomb. Tomb, this is the sword of Cass.
You don't hear anything.
He's not very talkative at the moment.
I understand.
That's a sword.
Hey, you're eating.
Oh yeah, I'm eating.
All
No,
of a sudden,
No.
these
no.
spirits start
I
like
say that's a sword.
moving through the hut. They like look at Mickey and they kind of like salute. You don't know what these spirits are. These spirits are just like the extra spirits. This is like spirit number 3.
Background.
Yeah.
Spirit
And the
like number
music
13.
grows louder, kind of deal, as more spirits come up. They're like, "This is the greatest time ever!" And then all of a sudden, you see this spirit fall through the ceiling as if it just tried to jump off the roof, but it just went right through.
I have to ask. I'm gonna ask the sword of Cass if it supposedly can kill Vecna. Can it kill other things? Can it kill spirits?
Let's see. Let's see what the sword thinks about that. I've never tried.
Okay, good to know.
Do you take a swipe at the spirit?
No. I'm keeping that for later. Plus, I'm also thinking, like, it is likely that specters and other things like that, you just showing me them kind of made me think, what can I hit with this? Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. So, what is Rogan during this party? I'm assuming he's eating because there's a lot
He's
of
eating
good
the whole
food.
time
Just
because
the
that's
whole
what Josh
time.
told me I'm doing. Yeah. No, yeah, I'm literally I am eating the whole time. He's been hungry this entire time.
Yeah, there's
So,
a lot of good. There's actually
yeah.
a few dwarven dishes here. Some of these gnomes know how to cook some
Wow.
good dwarvish classics, some dwarven comfort food, you know.
Fermented meats and things that
Yeah.
dwarves apparently like.
Fried stone.
Fried stone.
Some, you know,
stonefish.
fried
Rocky
stonefish.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
There's a
man.
lot of potatoes.
Exactly. Rocky Mountain oysters. That's it. Yeah, and yeah, I'm just devouring this entire time, barely caring about the festival because he's just so damn
Just so
hungry.
hungry. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
makes
mean,
sense.
he fasted for a day and then was hotboxed for 12 hours.
Yeah.
So he's, and then had to like he was very frustrated having to go to a temple, get renamed, and then just wait in a temple for a sword to show up. So it was just such a weird experience that he doesn't care. He's just going to eat everything
just
because he
gonna
feels
eat
like he feels like he's getting back at the people who wronged him by
By eating all
just
their
eating
food.
by eating their resources. Yeah.
Rosie comes up to at some point, and she doesn't have a fork and knife. She just has a big heaping plate, and she's just using her hands. And you see Pebble, like, kind of, like, squawk and sit up next to her, and, like, the little bird's on top of Pebble's head.
There is
Wait, Pebbles where? Oh, the little bird's on.
Yeah, the little bird's on top
okay,
of
I was
Pebble's
like,
head, and Pebble's, like,
that's the other way
sitting on,
around. I was like,
right next to
poor
Rosie.
bird. Okay.
there is this spirit that walks up and sits next to Rosie. It's in like kind of Egyptian-esque armor kind of deal, mixed between Egyptian and maybe Maya, like Mayan and stuff. She looks up, she notices that it doesn't have a head, and then it places the spirit places its head on the table and kind of looks over. Oh, hello there, my dear.
Hi.
What are you eating?
Bacon. It's just a, like, plate full of, like, roast pig bacon. There's some, like, potatoes and stuff, but it's mostly bacon. And there's, like, a cupcake next to it, too. Bacon
Rosie, don't
cupcakes.
talk to the
How does
Rosie,
it,
don't talk to the spirit. Don't talk to the
Why?
spirit.
how does it
Talk to the
taste?
spirit.
It's not just because you're
Is it good?
antagonizing them.
Ooh.
It's just 'cause they're never going to stop now. They're never going to stop talking to you. You did this.
I
I
did
just want to let you know that.
didn't know.
I know you're trying to be polite, but they will never stop talking to you.
Okay, well,
I've been dead for about 500 years now, and I miss bacon. Can you tell me how it tastes?
tastes like bacon.
Like, is it savory? Is it succulent? Is it salted?
Sounds like you know what
You
bacon
did-
tastes like.
You did this. You did this, Rosie.
Oh, it is wonderful. Oh, that is wonderful. Oh, now, what about that bird on your head? Is that? Are you going to eat that too?
No. We're friends now.
You make friends with birds.
And Pebble did it first.
Oh, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. My name is Alfred. What is your name?
She kind of looks at Rogan like, do I tell him my name?
He kind of looks at her like, "You did this. This is your,
His
your
name's
funeral."
Rosie.
Oh, your name is Rosie. I used to have a friend named Rosie. She was very, very nice. Very nice indeed. She was very strong woman indeed. She was able to lift an entire house. Of course, she also had the house fall on her and she died. But hey, it is wonderful. Yes.
You're weird.
He kind of like picks up and grabs his head and walks off.
I got rid of him.
No, he'll be back. They always come back.
Well,
They
next
always come.
next time, I'm just, because you told me not to talk, next time I'm just going to say I'm not allowed to talk to strangers.
Zip it. Right, good. Well, you've already introduced yourself, so
Well, just
that
to
one
that
may come back
one.
and be like, well, we're actually going to be friends because we've already introduced each other.
Gotta word me
So
before
just-
they come over and talk.
Yeah, just ignore them. Just ignore them.
Oh, we'll try.
All right. Pass the salt.
Okay. You
It's
should
ju-
use the pepper on it too. I don't know, it's a little plain.
I know the
There's-
pepper.
There's an entire town of gnomes, and then there's an entire city's worth of spirits. Just
They're having a
they
great
are
party.
carrying-
They're loving it. They are chatting
Dancing.
up the spirits. They're
Right.
talking and talking. Maybe the gnomes will talk them all out and won't have anything left to say when we leave.
the big bear spirit kind of like sits down next to Rogan. I do not like this. We should be going. We have the sword.
I don't like this either.
I'm sorry. What you had food in your mouth?
I know, because I was eating.
Oh, right.
And then you interrupted my moment of me eating by opening your mouth. Pardon me while I close my mouth with more food.
You know what? I'm going to go speak with the small angry half elf. See if we can get this moving. So
Perfect.
Darius gets up and walks over.
Is this actually Darius?
Actual Darius.
This is Darius Raphalon the First.
Oh, so this is my daddy.
Oh.
This is your grandfather.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mac.
All right.
Because if
Mac.
it was your father, you'd be Junior.
No,
Or the
I'd
same.
still be Mickey. You made all of this up. It's literally all bullshit.
The Darius comes through, just phases right through the wall. Are we ready to depart?
I've been ready for quite some time now.
Good.
I'm full.
Now go
Right.
get
Let's do all of the bacon.
Kane. Go get Kane, so we can leave.
Do you point to me and say that?
No,
You
I
get
point
Kane.
towards Kane.
Oh,
Go
oh
get-
no. Sorry. Do you point to Mickey to tell him to go get Kane?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's
Well, he just says it to the room. He's just like, go
Oh
get.
yeah, and it's just like Mickey's just like fuck you, just ignores the spirit entirely. Like no, I won't. No, but I will. Is Rosie around?
Yeah, she's around. She walked in with Rogan, and she's got a big
just been
bag,
eating it.
like her little haversack is just you see bacon kind
Yeah,
of poured out of the top.
fantastic.
And and the little bird is on her shoulder.
I take one of my two rapiers. One of them has they're identical rapiers, but one of them's got a ruby set into the hilt.
Mm-hmm.
And I take the one that doesn't, and I'm going to walk over to her, and I'm going to, with the sheath, hand it to her, sort of laid flat in the sheath, and hold it out for her.
You want me to watch this for you?
No, we're going to teach you how to fight.
Yes.
Ah, yes. Teach the young one to fight.
It's like as tall as she is.
You can start by sparring with Rogan. Once you've got the hang of that,
What?
Rogan has
Why?
a gun.
yeah, we're gonna give.
What am I going to teach her?
You're not
What to
gonna
not
kill.
do?
You never bring a sword to an ammunitions fight. I will teach the young child. I've taught many kings.
You can teach.
I like that idea much better. That actually gives the spirit's worth in the narrative.
Oh, I guess I'll talk to this one fine too.
She's got like 40 uncles, and they're all weird.
Yeah.
Dead.
Oh, I've
Don't
got
worry.
like 50 uncles. They're all dead. Weird. Don't talk to them. They'll never shut up.
I taught my son Rao everything he needed to know, and he taught Cain everything he needed to know. And
No,
I
I-
will teach you.
I have a quick flavor question.
Yes.
For the
Bacon.
the Lindinator. I've
The
just seen-
Lindinator. Yes,
The
my
Lindinator.
Zoom name is the Lindinator.
The Lindinator. How does my horse react as I come over to it with the sword of Cass?
Let's
I'm curious how the animals react
see.
around.
It seems it's not like freaking out. It's not like radiating that much. But if you
It's
just
riled.
if you like rub the sword up on it, it's gonna be a little
Uncomfortable.
nervous. Yeah,
Like,
it basically it feels a little uncomfortable with it, but it's not like scared or anything.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, Mickey mounts up. Has literally he got back to the party and was like, "Yeah, I'll be back in 5 minutes." Has been gone several hours. Hasn't joined. Hasn't talked to anyone. Got on his horse and is like, "Let's go. Let's fucking get out of here."
I'm running right his tomb.
What?
What?
You heard me.
To
He wants to
we
ride
don't
with
know what
you.
you
You know
said.
what? I'm going to
Oh.
get Kane.
Okay, just if you see Zucchini, let me know so I can move you.
Okay.
We have to ride somewhere?
Pops up. Yeah, where are we going?
To kill Vecna
All right. Sure.
right now.
Okay.
Kane
I know
comes
just
up.
what to do here.
And I put away the egg, and then I put on my hat and I turned to that grotesque mule one more time.
Oh no! not the dwarfs. The dwarf horse.
The dwarves.
The dwarfs.
You do not want to be a flag again this time?
All right, yeah, I could do that.
Rogan, we have places
Aye.
to be.
all
Stop
good.
horsing around.
You.
As he points to you with his hoof.
There's no like humor whatsoever. It's just completely like worst town ever.
She got
You
the
see
yells.
Rogan start to like, with his horse lips, try to grab his pipe from the bag on the ground.
You're. It's kind of funny because it's an illusion. So like the horse lips move, and then they like sink into the ground as you actually grab it.
Right, yeah, they
And
clip
then
into the,
pipes,
like my face
coming out of
clips
the
in.
cheek. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. And you just see smoke coming from like
First year
It's like
animation
smoke's
student
coming out of his
style.
ear. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Uh huh.
Toom will ride into the party to look
Like
for
It's
Kane.
like a Cronenberg.
Shikoto looks at you. Big one.
It is time to go.
We are going to take party with us. Come on,
Please,
guys.
no, you will warn the undead rutabaga.
Oh, I mean, we're already dead, so they could join
yes,
party
but we
too.
we are alive and we intend to stay that way. So
Yeah.
holds his gauntleted finger up to his dark
His mask.
iron mask.
All right. We'll just turn off the sound.
And the lights.
And fine.
And
We
go
party
away.
in dark. And like Kane just kind of like looks, he's just miserable as he gets on the sword. He's like, I can't stop them. I danced.
Mickey rides up to Kane to address the spirits.
Mm-hmm.
You all gave an oath to protect this one, your ancestor.
They all start like talking, but you don't hear anything because
Yeah.
they already
Turn the
muted
sound
themselves.
Yeah.
And then
Then
he just
all-
like, oh, sorry.
Then honor your oath and do nothing to impede our travel or give away his location.
Yes, right. He got people looking for him. All right. Come on. Everybody back into the sword. Do not worry. We party soon. Trust me. We're going to have big
Party's
party.
over.
Party is not over until fat lady sings, and she's over there and she's too busy trying to eat that pork, but she can't because it keeps going through.
Are you going to dishonor your oath?
And
or
as
are
soon
you
as
going
he's
to return to the blade.
As soon as you start talking, like all the spirits, like Aragorn at the end of Return of the King, just kind of like dissipate.
I meant like Mickey's gone from being like quite jokey and a little bit stressed to like now him and Toom are just like dark riders and really like we're done. No. Mm-mm. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you. I couldn't really command them back into the sword. I was engulfed in the ritual of dance.
Mickey just nods to him and turns and looks to Toom. Are you ready?
Yes. Let us ride.
It's about 400 miles to Vecna. It's dark. We have sunglasses. We're hungry.
I'm not hungry. kind of like pulls out a piece of bacon from her backpack. Starts.
The little one has bacon.
Little one, may I have bacon? Just a little bit of a nosh.
What's the magic word?
I'm medium.
Yeah.
Now,
Nope, not it.
please?
Yeah.
Okay.
She hands you like a handful of bacon.
Thank you, Rosie. Let's do this.
All right. Where are we going?
Cue the Von Helsing writing music.
Which direction? Where do you guys go?
Towards the
That weird name.
Yeah.
You
place.
guys have no idea where that is.
but we're
right.
gonna go back towards Verbabonk
You're gonna go
and
to
find out
All right.
where it is.
So you guys ride back towards Verbabonk. You know, it's about you have to camp the night. Well, you ride through the night, and you have to camp at some point because it's a 2-day journey.
Enjoy your first level of exhaustion, guys, as I'm fine, but you guys are all screwed.
So you guys stop for the first night, and man, you guys just can't get a rest. You just toss and turn and toss and turn. And I actually want Tomb to give me a religion check.
He's so unwise and unintelligent that even as a paladin, he has a +0 bonus to religion checks.
You don't, have to know about religions as long as you know your religion. But
17.
17. Okay. So in the little bit of sleep you do catch, it's very fitful sleep. It's not enough to actually get. It's like those horrible nights when you're like dozing in and out and you actually don't feel at all rested in the morning, but you know you slept at some point because the night went by. During one of those points, you have a dream, Tomb. And in this dream, you are in a desert. And it kind of pans through and you see a cave up ahead. And the cave is just writhing with worms.
Nice.
Do you go towards the cave?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
he feels very comfortable. He has a feeling he might even know what this cave is, but he can't quite name it in his mind.
Okay.
And yeah, he'll ride towards the cave.
All right, you ride towards the cave. Your horse will not approach, but you dismount and you walk through. And as you walk through, the worms make a path for you, but some are still dropping off of the ceiling onto you. And you descend deeper into this cave. There's kind of an eerie yellowish glow to some of the worms as you get deeper and deeper into the cave. And in the center of this room, at the end of this cave, you see that there is a pool of yellowish liquid.
He'll approach the liquid and with his metallic gauntlet finger scoop up a little bit to see what happens.
All right, you scoop up a little bit of it, and you feel this feels like holy liquid to you, almost like holy water to you. It's very thin. It's very.
He'll
weird yellowish glow to it.
He'll take off his mask, and his face is that of a battle-hardened soldier, human-looking, except for snake-like eyes and patches of scales on his cheek and one here on his forehead. His head itself entirely bald, with more of the scaly patches. And he'll take off his gauntlet and scoop a handful of the holy liquid and begin to anoint himself.
Okay.
And then he'll take a handful and he'll drink.
Okay. As you drink this liquid, you feel like you are in a communion with your deity. And you feel just kind of at peace. And you kind of open your eyes and you look up, and there is a humanoid made out of writhing worms standing on the opposite side of the pool in front of you. And it nods its head towards you. And it says, "Trouble is afoot."
Is it Vecna, Master?
Yes, he wishes to usurp my authority. The gods' authority. He must be stopped at any cost.
I will do whatever is necessary. How can I stop Vecna?
You have done well so far. You need to gain more power. Right now, he would crush you and your companions as a worm. Gain strength. Gain allies. Even amongst... And you see, like the head just kind of, like, turns at an awkward, like, angle. Almost, like, off because it's just made of writhing worms. And two burning pinpoints of yellowish red light. It says, even if you must ally yourselves with other deities, he must be stopped.
He doesn't look happy about that, but he'll...
When does he? That's really.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a very... Even with his mask off, his face doesn't have much expression.
Yeah.
He'll say...
Your devotion is true, but allies might be necessary. And then the writhing worms don't look very happy about it. They're like writhing very agitatedly.
Who of the gods will stand with us against Vecna?
I am doing my inquiries. I hate working with them. But EUs might be amenable as we have similar goals.
Started like a group message for all the gods, just like,
Yeah.
hey guys, putting together a group to kill Vecna.
New temple, who dis?
He has a thing against Uz from because of his family.
Yeah.
And he kind of swallows some bile. But again, he'll bow his head and say, "Whatever you command, I am yours from now until the age of worms."
Never trust them, but use them. And you feel like its arm just reaches
that a
out.
pun?
It's standing on the other side of the pool, but it just keeps extending and extending because it's just worms upon worms, and it touches your forehead, and you wake up. You don't feel rested, but you did receive a message from your deity. You kind of wake up
Went to,
with like a start.
went to
And
bed dehydrated.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
And everyone who is kind of like also having troubles, if you look over at Tomb,
sleeping
worms
like a
are
baby.
just writhing out of the ground, like next to him and like off of him. Like he's just covered in writhing worms.
Okay.
He starts up, and the worms kind of, some of them fall off of him.
They
And
start
he
to
makes
burrow
sure
back into the ground as you like start up.
make sure his mask is affixed because in the dream it was off.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm fine. I did not get very much sleep last night.
Neither did I.
Me neither.
Looks over at Mickey.
Mickey's fine. Mickey wakes up super chill. It's just like, but like he's not talkative. He doesn't sort of bitch.
He's been
about-
awake making breakfast.
Yeah, he doesn't bitch about making like hangovers, like or anything like that. He's just gets up, has a drink, calmly begins to sort of check all his weapons over and gear and get ready to ride. Doesn't speak to anyone.
Rosie's just munching fistfuls of bacon.
Hmm.
And she has like little circles under her eyes because she didn't sleep good either.
Is there any way is there any way we can make like an Arcana check or an investigation check or something? Figure out
yeah.
why none of us slept.
You guys can make like an Arcana check.
Sure.
Sure.
I'm not going to because I slept fine. So.
You slept fine. You slept great.
What the fuck are you talking about?
11.
All right. Is Rogan going to make a check, or is he just like, man, I slept shit?
I slept like doo-doo.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll make a check. What was it? Sorry.
Arcana?
Arcana.
Arcana?
Because, man, you don't know. It's just a real shitty night. Maybe it's all that sweating and maybe it's the sweat. Maybe it's just the whole experience of being an Osnabrück.
Probably the drugs.
Right.
Definitely.
Bad trip.
Definitely the drugs.
All right. So you guys settle up. One level of exhaustion. The man, you guys read back to Verbabunk. There's gonna be a lot of bitchy people in Verbabunk because 300 feet is a decent way. It's a whole block of people.
It's the tavern. It's the
It's
tavern.
a football field.
The tavern will go out of business. The second I realise that I'm doing this, I'm gonna go and just rough it on the street next to the guards.
Well, it's 300
Just
feet.
fuck those guards.
Like within 300 feet of you, so that's like a radius.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the radius is as big as a football field.
So
It's 100
600
yards.
feet.
Is there a tick box for exhaustion on here?
No, you're just at disadvantage for like all the things.
No.
Yeah.
Why don't they just ever add that? That's silly. All right. What's second level exhaustion do?
Saving throws.
Bad stuff.
Oh.
Bad stuff.
Third
What's
level is
third
like,
level?
Third
level is like
is worse. But if you hit
Half.
fifth, you die, I think.
Is it?
yeah,
One of them's like half
Wow.
hit points or something.
yeah.
Exhaustion. I can tell you exactly what this is gonna do to you guys.
I can look it up.
1. Disadvantage on ability checks. 2. Speed halved. 3. Disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. 4. Your hit point maximum is halved. 5. Your speed is reduced to 0, and 6 is death.
Oh. Speed is 0.
So you have like 6 days to
No one
figure
move
this
me.
out.
But we have
Or-
a
or-
disadvantage on our ability throws to figure it
Ability
out.
checks. Yeah, you do know.
So wait, he can't sleep if he has cast? Is that what's happening?
No one is able to get a rest within 300 feet of him. So like a 600-foot diameter, him in the center, is just not gonna get sleep in the city.
Does Mickey know this? Is he aware of
No,
this
I have
side
no,
effect?
he has no idea.
Wow. That sucks. Okay.
That's why I petitioned. I was like, I'll take something that will screw me to save you guys. But
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You probably have to barter with the sword. It might think this is hilarious and let you know if you guys don't figure it out in a day or so. Because I think
yeah.
it's kind of funny.
I'm gonna.
I don't think I'd have a reason to yet.
Yeah.
Cass is a jerk.
Cass, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this is just his sword. I mean, Cass is a jerk, but his sword is potentially even more so. You guys
Yeah.
managed to
Good to get it
ride
out.
successfully to Verbabunk. There is no note from Lacey. Lacey's gone. But you do still have the inn that you stayed at previously. There are still rooms available there if you wish to stay there. There is a library with which you could do research in if you would like. There also is a couple of mages. Like there's like a small, not like a full mage's tower, but there's like a small like, they work for the government basically. It's like, oh yes, the mage's watchtower. It's basically militarized, but there's some wizards there.
Let us get a
Libraries.
portal.
There's also several temples as well.
Let's get a portal to this place that we need to go. Because they're mages.
All right.
lead on.
Lead on to the mages. As you do that, let me roll something. So you guys walk towards the militarized mage tower. Oh, perfect. You hear a voice in, I think it would be probably, probably Mickey's head, actually. Yes, this is, Mordenkainen. Yes, have you managed to locate the hand and eye?
Talk to us.
Yes, it would, you know, Mordenkainen's a badass.
I thought he was dead.
He can mass sending. Why not? Fuck it, he's awesome. He just uses 5 scrolls at once.
We did. Well, we did. Vecna got him. But we found. But don't fret. We found the sword of Cass. We found the sword of Cass. We just need to be teleported to insert. Insert.
Do you guys
name
know
of
the
city.
name? Do you
I
butcher
can't.
it?
It's so out there. I can't remember the name.
I do not think that we should go directly to Vecna.
What?
We are tired, and we need more power, more allies.
What?
Like what? An army?
Well, an army would be nice, though Vecna could just kill many of them and raise them from the dead and turn them against us.
Right, like they did with the meteors and the cultists.
I believe that we need to look towards a powerful entity that is a longtime enemy of Vecna.
Like Morton, baby.
It's Mordenkainen!
Oh,
More than poopy, yes.
No.
Perhaps.
What are the known enemies of Vecna?
Basically everyone.
Cass?
No one
Yeah,
likes it.
I'll ask Cass if Cass knows, like telepathically ask the sword, if it can think of sort of like top 3 enemies of Vecna of all time, and if it could just send me like a link to the YouTube video. Top 3
Top
enemies of
3
Vecna.
enemies of Vecna.
Hey guys, what's up?
Cass
This
is basically Alexa.
It says me. I hate Vecna so much. I almost killed him once. Cass hates Vecna.
Perfect.
Okay, like I've got nothing for you. I don't say anything.
We could research it in the library and make an informed decision.
I do know where we could get an army.
One that could not be raised from the dead and turned against us.
One which has had dealings with liches and necromancers before.
Go on.
It's across the ocean. But we could go home. Well, my home.
Is there a portal or...
No, we would have to catch a ship. We would have to go across the sea to the golden city of Tramachus.
Wait, I thought you lived in a village 30 miles
70.
south somewhere.
That was a lie.
What?
Rosie just goes.
Rory falsified some papers saying that I was from a different town and gave me a different name. My
What's your real name?
real name is...
Alex, you should really know this by now.
Come on, God.
Gosh, Myth.
My name is Darius Raphaelon II. Prince Darius.
That is how you remembered it. With all those letters.
That's why, because you are him.
Mickey holds up his hand because I still wearing your signet ring.
That's perfectly fine. If anybody sees that, they'll think you're him and try to collect the bounty on my head.
While I find this very interesting, this turn of events, Vecna could succeed in whatever he has planned for this world long before we reach your distant shores.
Well, we probably could. There is a ley line. There is a ley line connection. think of it like a line of
Is that like
magic.
the Red Line District?
No, we don't have those in Dramakis. A ley line connection is, think of it like a line of magic that flows from one point to another just naturally. And there is a ley line connection. We probably could tap into that and get a portal to Dramakis. Only problem is we'd have to convince the current steward of Dramakis to lend us his armies.
That
That's my-
Vecna could then kill and raise from the dead.
Right.
We
What if?
we would have an army to fight the legions of undead,
What if
nonetheless.
we had an army that was already dead?
As I point with my hoof towards the the sword on your belt,
We could
Darius.
use this sword. You would just have to be putting up with all of the spirits.
I know that.
This sword will get us an army, living and dead. It is the law of Dramakis. He who wields the sword wields the power.
Well, it's you in Dramakis. You have power there.
I didn't want to be emperor. I was third-born son. I was ready to explore the world, and I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to be a poet and a singer. You know, eat, sleep, fuck. That was what I wanted to do.
You wanted to be Mickey.
Yeah.
Yes, but less inebriated.
Ooh. All right.
But I was chosen by this sword to take the throne. So I ran. I tried to run.
Run so
and-
far away.
Yeah. I ran.
You ran so far away. Did you run both night and day? But you just couldn't get away?
You're right, I couldn't get away. My oldest brother stopped me and challenged me to ritual combat for the sword.
Ooh.
I was happy to give him the sword, but the sword has its own whims and killed my oldest brother. So now the current steward, my older brother, second born, is on the throne. And he has a bounty on my head. But I could go there and assert my rule if I wanted to and get us the army that we need to fight Vecna and his legion of undead.
You hear a
much
voice,
is your bounty?
more like Mordenkainen. I'm still here, but where did you say
Mordenkainen?
Vecna was?
Insert name we cannot remember because of the weird pronunciation. We're just gonna meta it.
I just don't even remember what it was at all. What did you actually? I don't even remember hearing it.
He invited us to-
We're too busy going, oh my god, Vecna.
Yeah.
Captain all the time.
Baragu? I need to look.
Torvog Baragu.
Torvog.
Torvog
I'll
Baragu.
put it in the Zoom chat.
Baragu.
Torvog
Baragu?
Baragu. Okay.
Yeah. It's a little more tricksy than Verbabonk.
Oh my god. Gary, why?
And so you tell him, and he goes, oh, well,
Do you mean Travago Prague? No, I didn't.
Torvog Bragabru.
bragger. He's like, well, the good news is I know what that is. The bad news is, that's not good.
I know where it is.
Well, you see, it's practically in the backyard of my estate. But the bad news is that that's a very unstable magical ruins. Some people have gone there and just disintegrate it, other people go there and never come back. So, well, what does Vecna want with the mysterious ruins? You know, I'm going to do a little research on this place and get back
It's like
to
an
you.
active Stonehenge.
Yeah, basically is. You all do research and get whatever army ally. You do your thing. Good job on the sword. That's a good call. It sent him away the first time. We might do so again, but I'll look into why he would want to be there. That's so strange. I have so much to do. Oh, God, heavens. All right, well, I'll be in touch. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Are you always listening to us?
No, I just opened a communication to ask you about the hand and eye, and you guys were like, hold on a minute, and I've been on hold. Basically, I've been on mental hold. I'm going to sever the connection and do some much.
How
If
will
I
you
Back
was-
on mental hole.
If I was listening to you all the time, I think I would go insane.
True.
Well, that's a little cruel, Mordenkainen.
Yeah.
That's
Morden,
fair,
baby.
Says the pony.
So many voices in my head. Look. I need peace and quiet. I'm a wizard. Goodbye. Click.
Not a
I'm
good wizard.
medium.
He couldn't even teleport us to Torag Baragu.
That's right. He couldn't help us at all.
As I say, as the pony screams into the forest, hoping that to open up another mental connection with Mordenkainen.
You're nothing.
Maybe
All of a sudden, Bigby's hand comes out of nowhere and punches the party into.
Just flicks.
If he wasn't dead, right? Didn't he die?
He did.
Didn't everybody else die except for
Bigby
him?
is dead, yes.
Yep.
Rary.
Rip Bigby. Rip Rary. So,
I do not think we should put all of our eggs in one basket. We may need many allies. Perhaps we pursue
Wasn't
several
talking about you,
leads.
Pebble. It's fine, Pebble.
well, we have an entire empire at our disposal if we need it.
Do you want to see all of your empire die and then be reborn as your enemy?
If they don't fight, they're going to die and be risen anyways. So it's kind of fight or die.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't, literally.
Exactly.
First, we will need to find a way to get into the ruins without turning into dust.
Okay. So we're going to have to talk to, I guess, just some mages, maybe some druids, and see if we can find out a spell of warding to counteract the magic.
Are you guys like walking through town as you guys are talking about this?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
If we're having this long drawn out
I know
conversation,
you
we're
guys
not
walk
standing
there and
still.
people are like, come in.
They're like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
You guys round a
always-
corner and you're like, I have to do some research. You guys are in and turn a corner heading towards like the library area because people are always studying stuff there. And suddenly Mickey gets slapped in the face. And that's where we're gonna end it today.
Oh boy.
That could have been anybody.
Sort of cast.
I really could be
Right.
anybody.
Who
So,
knows?
I'm hoping that next week our special guest,
Oh,
not the same special guest as last time. We will have a lovely special guest next week.
It's Vecna.
Yeah, I've got my hand back, bitches.
Slaps him.
Just a slap fight. No, we should have hopefully a lovely, fantastic special guest next week. Which will be perfect because right after the session, I'm gonna be starting heading off towards Gen Con. So what a way to leave off for the week. We'll have a great session. But thank you all so much for hanging out and watching the insane shenanigans of. I think I'm just gonna call y'all the Pumpkin Splitters. That's a good group name.
Can't we be smashing pumpkins?
You guys could be Smashing Pumpkin.
Heck yeah, I'm down for that.
All right, so Smashing Pumpkin.
You're like a rat in a cage.
Yep. Let's go around and see how everyone felt about this session and where we can find you on the internet. We'll go in reverse order. Zippy.
Hi, I'm Zippy Zippo. You can find me here on Twitch at Zippy_Zippo or on Twitter at gaming.exp. And if you're going to Gen Con, you can find me there. Hey, yo. I'm a variety gamer here on Twitch. And I bounce around doing a whole bunch of other tabletop RPGs, so you'll probably see me on loads of other channels.
Awesome, awesome. We will see Zippy and Kane, or is it Darius, next week. Myth, what'd you think?
Hi. What a great episode. Really hilarious that we had to fast for 24 hours before being hotboxed. That is awful. I can't imagine that awful feeling of needing to eat something and not having the sensation of crunchy, salty Cheez-Its when needed. It's just awful. I can't think of a worse torture. But it was really a wonderful time. Really excited to have this sort of cast. I'm excited to slowly die every night. It's going to be very fun from here on out to see an almost TPK from sleeping.
From sleeping.
Just
Sleeping.
sleeping.
I'll just one by one just get up in the morning and one of you just won't get up and I'll just
Right. Huh. That's weird.
That's so
Yeah,
strange.
anyway.
I wonder what could be different.
My name is Mythomatic. I'm a roleplay streamer and voice actor here on Twitch. You can follow me over on my channel, or you can follow me on Twitter, where you can see what I'm doing when I'm doing it. I'll be at Gen Con next week. I have to double check and see when my flight is. Hopefully, it's not on Tuesday, but I'll let you guys know, of course. That's where I'll be. And yeah, it's been a blast. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Mickey, Josh.
I don't get to play in high level campaigns very often, so I've never had an artifact or anything cool, which is super cool. So I've immediately ruined the entire party and made everything terrible for everyone. But yeah it's super awesome, and I look forward to getting to know Cass. My name is Josh, sometimes known as Encounter Josh. You can catch me in an hour's time DMing the Long March over on Encounter Roleplay, and yeah, super excited for that. Some terrible things are going to happen. They inherited a brothel at the end of last episode.
This sounds like my kind of place.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, and I've now they've got an incoming army of lunatics, and they were like, we could just take this brothel and just set up shop and just let them invade. And I was like, all right, fair enough.
I like it. It's a solid plan. It sounds like a plan I would be highly enthusiastic about.
Exactly. So yeah, that's me.
All right.
All right, and John.
This was a great one. I actually feel like we accomplished a lot, so that was nice. Loved the sweat lodge. Loved the party. Loved all the ghosts. Yeah, I feel like we're getting to the end game now, and that is going to be awesome. And hopefully, one of us will figure out why we can't sleep, because exhaustion gets so bad so fast.
We'll just end up throwing the sword into the ocean and having it.
Well, that's if we even know. We have to figure that out.
Figure out what's causing it.
It's all right. I can summon it back over to
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. We just take the sword and we toss it 300 feet in a direction,
or
and then
drop
when
it
we
and
wake up,
walk 300.
We'll bury it each night, really.
But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Donathan Fry. I play other games, I write stuff, and I will be at Gen Con too, so if you see my face there, say hello.
Yep.
Awesome.
Definitely going to do that.
Yeah, you can find me online at LaughLoveLindy on Twitch and Twitter. I am in way too many games. Just kidding, it's never enough. And my schedule's posted on the top of my Twitter. I too will be at Gen Con, so hit me up. However, I am most likely going to be in cosplay every day, so check my Twitter to see who I am each day at Gen Con, because I take any excuse to dress up. I may, in fact, depending on the poll, I might be Mildred one day. We'll see. Yeah, it'll be real interesting. I smell like baby powder all day. But anyways, you can find us at Gen Con. Also, if you love the Greyhawk channel, sign up for that game sheet right there. There's about 15 games, maybe more, at Gen Con that's going to be DM'd by people on the Greyhawk channel, played for people on the Greyhawk channel. There's going to be awesome shenanigans and
I'm down
super,
for the
super
pub
fun
crawl.
times. Yeah, and pub crawl. We gotta do pub crawl at some point.
Well,
So-
one of the games is a pub crawl.
Ooh.
From what I was reading.
I gotta check out the sign-up sheet. I had to figure out a couple of other things before I could schedule myself for anything. But now I know my Gen Con schedule, so it's good. So, thank you all so much for watching. Follow this channel if you haven't already. There's so many awesome games. I believe there's another game later tonight. I can never remember the name of it. I always want to say something Star Wars, but it's not Star Wars. It's not at all Star Wars. It's like Dying Kingdom? I don't remember. It's a really fun game. I watch it sometimes when I can, when I'm not DMing on my own channel. But yeah, you guys are the best. Awesome. Let's see who is currently streaming so we can send off a spiffy, nifty little raid. Scraticus is doing some wizards and wardrobes. He's a super awesome streamer, also really great with the community, so let's give him a little raid. Give him some
And-
Greyhawk channel love.
I may have donated to ruin one, like just to spite one of the characters. I may have donated a whole bunch of stuff. I've taken over his game through donations
It
and made villains.
happens.
I just
Nice.
throw villains at the party because one of them
Nice.
mildly slighted me one time.
Bye, everybody.